Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Spurs Talk Shit Show. We are back. There's actually 5 of us right here. There is 5 of us. Let me bring him in. We've got a lot to do today as bombers have dropped. It's official, though. The deadline has passed. He isn't registered. It's not the shirt signing, so he's not going to play tomorrow. But Savinho go all the way to North London, collect $200, and we are back in business with a front line that's looking slightly better. And I can't wait to find out which one of Savinho and Kudos occupies the right wing for the season, because Tel's spot is locked in. Either way, I'm on the wind-up today, guys. How's everybody doing? I'm here with the wonderful Drusilla, unbelievable Connor O'Sullivan, Levynomics, and of course, Kate and Jimbo.
Don't
think I didn't pay attention to what you did last night, you lot. I was paying attention. Drew, how are you, mate? We'll start with you. How you doing? You okay?
Mate, I'm doing all right. Spurs are back. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is back. And if we sign Omar Marmoush, my libido might be back. So let's go.
Might be able to see the end of it. Might be able to see the tip just about. Connor, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I can see the end of it now. No, I've lost a bit of weight, to be fair. So no, I'm good, mate. It's good to be on. Good to be on with Drew and Kate and Jimbo again. So yeah, thanks for having me on. And it's all looking a little bit more positive now. So I think that's good. Savinho in, Marmoush. Hopefully we get another bomber today, and season starts tomorrow. So it's all good, mate.
Duplus bombers. You know, mate, you do look absolutely sensational, mate. You've obviously got yourself new wardrobes as well. You know, you probably spent a fucking fortune on a whole new cupboard, mate. You lost so much weight. You look fantastic, mate. You look happy and healthy. So well done, mate. Well done to you, mate.
Doing the things you love with those you like to do them with.
And of course, we've got 2 other people in the house that have lost a lot of weight and are looking sensational. The favourite couple of the Tottenham community. Jimbo, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, good, thanks. Good to see you all again. Well, I've lost 2 stone and I still can't see the end of my dick. I have to look in the mirror. So I need to lose another 2.
Mate, listen, I've seen the end of Spider-Man Brand New Day more often than I've seen the end of mine recently, so you can fuck right off down the Emirates, mate. All right?
We are 2.5 minutes in and we've already sworn 6 times. It's absolutely guaranteed demonetisation day today. Kate, how are you, girl? You okay?
I'm good, thank you. Feeling better for having my little rant on TalkSport earlier and giving the old rat-a-ta-ta at the end, just as a homage to Sean, you know. I've been accused of plagiarism or whatever it is, and I've just done it for everyone to hear. So, yeah, good. So excited.
Just becoming TalkSport royalty, aren't you, Kate?
Well, what can I say?
I mean,
when Kate rings, they pick up the fucking phone. When I ring, I get an engaged tone all the time. Like they block me. I don't know why.
Them reversing over you by the sounds of it, mate.
Anyway, guys in the chat, smash the like button for me out of the gate. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Notification button should be squeezed. Who is saying Tell to Lincoln on loan, Bomber? You absolute donut, F. Saint. You're a member of the show, bro, but you can also go. You've got to go. Kick him out, admins. Kick him out. Notification button should be squeezed. Comments should be dropped. I will be dropping the channel links of all of the guests as we get through the show. A little bit of admin, guys. OK Jersey, 10% off using code Sean10. You know the jam by now. Do go over and get yourself whatever it is you want to get. Spurs Hub, super important deadline. You have, let me show you guys, you have 6 hours, I think it is, until the deadline, 7 p.m. tonight, 6 hours and 45 minutes until the deadline tonight to get yourself on board. Yeah, well, you don't, I mean, the last man standing game, absolutely, you can't play until the next round of it if you don't get it in tonight. Last man standing, you come in, you sign up. We've got 236 entrants at the moment. You pick a team, any team. They just don't have, if they don't lose, you go through to the next round. There's points awarded for each round, etc. And it's all, the rules are all written down there if you want to read it. But also, just as important, the Premier League predictions game is in play. I've made my predictions. You might want to copy them because I've only been beaten once in all of the online predictions that we've ever done. World Cup, someone called Cali Spurs. He snuck me to the post, but everything else, I've taken it. But get yourself, I don't know how many people are playing in that. You can also join your own mini leagues, right? So you got the public leagues here where everyone can join. You got Talking Tottenham, that's Johnny's channel. He's got 42 players in there. Kate and Jimbo also has 42 players in their league. Got 80, nearly 80 in mine. So make sure if you do sign up that you go and join the public league. You can join them at any time at all. It's just a way of like filtering out the people that you might not know from the overall main leagues, but they're all there as well. And of course, the Spurs Hub does have the best data tool in the game. And of course, all your transfer news. It's got loads of different games that you can play every day. Forums where you can get things off your chest. It's got all of the content creators that are out there in chronological order, putting their content on in both YouTube and podcast format. So don't forget that you can find all of your content in one place. Plus, you can get your news now, all of your blogs when it's finishing loading up the script. You get all of your blogs like the News Now offers as well. I don't know why it's taken. There it is. It's all there as well. So loads to do on the Spurs Hub. Don't forget to jump on board. But your deadline is in about 7 hours, 6.5 hours time. So big up to you all for all of that. Right, let's get into the show. Lots to do. Let's start with Savinho, shall we? £85 million. Connor, I'll let you kick us off, mate. I think it's 70, according to Romano, 75 plus 10. 5 of the 10 are incredibly easy to grab. The other 5 might be a little bit more difficult, but let's hope we achieve them anyway, because obviously if he does well, then we do well. Rumours about this whole manipulation of the price as well for Marmoush. How do you feel about all of this stuff? I know that we spoke about this all day yesterday when Jimbo dropped it regarding the Frankfurt price point, that they're trying to basically ruin Frankfurt's ability to get some profit from the clause. Although I did look into it, there is actually, it's not that value is in the eye of the beholder, Connor, that there is actually fair value panels that go and look into those things. So if it is investigated, then there's a chance that Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City could get themselves in a little bit of bother. I think it happened to a couple of teams in Europe a couple of years ago. But either way, before we get to that, price point on Savinho and the overall signing, how excited are you, mate? What's your thoughts?
I think on price, I think it's a bit toppy. I think, we discussed it before, and look, I don't want to revisit the whole "it's not my money" stuff. But I was very happy to have the overpay on Tonali and Fernandes because I thought, one, we were competing with other teams for those transfers. 2, I think they're just got less risk than Savinho has, to be honest. I've got no doubt in my mind at all that both of those two will definitely be successes. I think Savinho is a little bit more questionable. And obviously we had the benefit of getting them in early as well. So I think you overpay for the benefit of giving them a full pre-season, all of this type of stuff. I think for it to run this close to the start of the Premier League and pay that much is a little bit toppy. That being said, though, it may be a little bit toppy to Jim's point because of this whole Marmoush thing. And in which case, if you're saying to me, we get both Savinho and Marmoush and it's going to cost you 130, 140 for both, I think you'd say collectively that's a good deal for Tottenham. So I think let's see what happens with the Marmoush thing. I think on that point you just raised around the whole Frankfurt, this might be the reason, to be honest, why they are not announcing these two deals together as well, because I think it helps if Frankfurt go to then challenge Man City in court or whatever. The deals are separate, and therefore it sort of weakens Frankfurt's case a little bit, and so perhaps that'll be what happens. But yeah, I think if we get Marmoush, then I think it's fine. I mean, we are also at that stage where we're just desperate for attackers, to be honest, as well, aren't we? I mean, and yeah. Clearly we've now chased this guy for 2 summers, so it's who we want. We've overpaid a bit. Hopefully he warrants that price.
Yeah, I think it's this guy's saying UEFA slapped Juve and Barcelona a few years back for a nonsense swap inflating prices. So there is history of this stuff being scrutinised, and it wasn't half as bent as this. I think it was the Pjanic and Arthur deal
Arthur deal. Yeah, that one was a little bit different because it was a swap though. So UEFA have these very specific rules around player swaps, and Villa and Chelsea got stung with that when they were doing the whole academy stuff for the UEFA rules, whereas Premier League didn't have that. So it's slightly different. But Frankfurt could, in theory, take Man City to court, right? If they thought that this was, some sort of manipulation just for the specific reason of getting out of the sell-on clause in the contract. But I don't know. I think it's pretty hard to prove, right? Particularly if these two deals are separate. If we go and pay let's call it 60 for Marmoush, he's got about 35 million of book value left, Marmoush. So Man City, I think in court would go, oh, yeah, we were happy to sell him. We wanted to get him off the wage bill. But, I think it would be hard for Frankfurt to actually win that case. But yeah,
but they might have ended up essentially cutting their nose. Burning a bridge, essentially, right? And Tottenham might also be included in that. Like Frankfurt might not be willing to deal with them or Tottenham again if they think that Tottenham and City, and it's all to save about 2 million quid, isn't it? It's not exactly like they're saving 20, 30 million quid. And what's 2 million quid? It's a month's worth of wages for.
That's
for
it. Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one, really, because I mean, you can't find anything that reliable on this whole sell-on clause anyway, to be honest. When you look, I was looking last night when I saw the tweet about it. I mean, there's a couple of articles with it in, but it's not that reliable. But normally the way these sell-on clauses work in most cases, not always, but most cases, is it's a sell-on on the profit you make. I mean, there's a good chance they're not actually going to make a profit on the Marmoush sale, right? Because what would they sell him for anyway? I don't know. Given his age, I mean,
not much.
75 would be. Yeah. I don't know what you'd say a fair value is for Marmoush, but anyway, so yeah, it's not a lot of money. So I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes with this stuff, people add 2 and 2, don't they, and come up with 5. And so let's see what Marmoush ends up coming through as. But it sounds very, very close now, doesn't it? That deal as well, which is really, really great news.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll come back to those super chats in a minute. Drewski, let me bring you in, buddy. Savinho, 85 million. Oh, 70. Well, yeah, 85 million eventually.
Right.
What's your any? Are we just relieved to get it over the line now that it's over the line? Are we all happier, or are we now going to sort of put a millstone around the neck of Savinho to make sure that he has huge output? Otherwise, is he going to be victim of the same sort of treatment as other players are when they come in with high price tags and not much?
Do you know what, dude? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've sort of mentioned it the last couple of times I've been on. I just feel like we're sort of paying for being really bad in the past. Like there's a premium on all of this stuff. I think we're having to mend some relationships and build some bridges with some of these clubs as well, potentially. I don't know. I feel like, especially like the Van Hecke deal, everyone's saying that's way overpriced, but I don't think you're just buying a centre-back. You're somebody that knows De Zerbi's philosophy inside out, so you're paying a premium for that as well. I'm more inclined to just to say that, especially if the Marmoush deal goes through for the price that we're thinking of, and you're sort of splitting it over the cost of the two of them, I really, really don't think it's that bad. I'm not going to, I'm loath to sort of sit here and say it's not my money. I'm not, but I just think that they had their eyes on those players. Roberto De Zerbi was adamant that these are the players he wants by the sounds of it, even though, Savinho's a year old or a year in the making. He was obviously well on board it. So I'm just enjoying sitting back, watching the club ultimately give him what he wants. I wish it had been done a little bit sooner, but I obviously understand as well why Man City have been sort of dragging it out, because they don't want to give us too much advantage, right? They'd love for us to. They're not fussed about taking our money. They just want to do it on their terms so that he doesn't play the first game of the season. I mean, it's just, it's checkers and chess. So I'm all aboard Roberto De Zerbi. I've said it. I'm all on this De Zerbi train. So I'm, I'll be mudded in 6 months if it all goes tits up. But I'm here for it, mate. I'm here for it. I'm just excited to see what this new front line can do, because we've been, I don't know, ever since sort of, I don't go over old stuff, but ever since sort of Kane's gone and Sonny sort of fell off and then left, we've been dire up top, other than Tel, of course, but yeah, so So
Well
yeah, mate.
said.
Just no, the prices are what they are. People can, it's going to look expensive. If he gets 20 GA, we'll all be sitting here at the end of the season saying, actually, that wasn't too bad business, was it? So
No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah. We'll come to expectations from him in a minute. Let me bring in Kate. How are you doing, Kate? What's your thoughts on the whole thing? You're doing the dance.
No, I'm laughing because obviously last night it broke really late and Jimbo was like, come on, let's get up and stream. And I said, oh, I'm knackered, I can't. So we did it did a short from our bed. And I'd literally...
So we had a quick shag and then went back to bed.
I literally just took all my makeup off. I'd put all my lotions and posters on. I was like, you are joking. So I've just seen people in the chat saying, I'm glad Kate hasn't got her lotions and posters on anymore. But, content's got content. What can I say? Yeah. But look, I agree with what Drew said.
You get many views for it?
Yeah, lots of views, actually.
Yeah,
really good, yeah. No. We actually beat Chris Cowling and We Are Tottenham TV to the announcement, just saying.
Nice.
It seems like De Zerbi's handpicking everybody, and that's the most important thing. And this morning on TalkSport, for instance, Gabby was, and they were all talking about us overpaying for Van Hecke, and I said not only have we bought the two best ball playing centre backs in the league from last year, but De Zerbi has handpicked these for his system, and that's all we've wanted as Spurs fans. For a manager to be backed and him to choose the players that fit his system. And that seems to be what he's done with Savinho, and obviously it looks like with Marmoush and Gakpo. And for me, you can't ask any more than that. I don't see, whether I rate him or not, he knows that De Zerbi has probably forgotten more than I'll ever know about football. So who am I to question him? I just am so excited to see how it all pans out. I think it's going to be rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Trademark Sean Butler.
Jimbo, I know you're someone that is never satisfied. You want more. Please, can we get some more moosh? More moosh. But Savinho first. It does make everyone feel a little bit more easy. However, it looks like obviously Mikey Moore is going to start tomorrow. Thoughts on the Savinho deal quickly? I know we've all spoken about this a million times, but I want to sort of move into other segments. So I'll let you lead first on the second question, which is, are we sort of printing for a meritocracy here? What happens if Mikey Moore does what he did against Hoffenheim and sticks the ball in the back of the net twice against Brentford, for example? Do you have to do you have to just drop him immediately, or do you put the do you reward people for their outperformance and keep it on that sort of level? I know that Mikey Moore might go on loan anyway after the game, but if for other players the same sort of thing, is it a meritocracy or is there going to be a starting 11? But first, we'll talk about your Savinho deal, mate.
I want to know if you noticed the dedication from me at 12:30 telling Kate, let's get up and stream. That's dedication.
Yeah. That is. I'm proud of you, mate. I'm proud of you.
Savinho, look, I'm still not 100% sure, right, that it was if Spurs hadn't have been watching him for the last year trying to get him, I'm still not 100% sure. Would have De Zerbi pulled him out of the bag? I don't know, but maybe because he was in our sights and we'd done some homework, De Zerbi said, yeah, I can use him, and it carried on that way. I'm just not so sure if he would have gone for him if he hadn't been on our radar. But look, that's neither here nor there. I think he's going to be a superstar. I've said it all along. And I've said to you, Sean, on this channel, that people saying about him up against Tel. To me, we got both of them. I'm happy. I think Tel's going to excel this season as well. So I think to have both of them is fantastic. It's for me, two good choices. Look, De Zerbi's going to know the players he wants for this season. So I don't think it really matters if someone goes on against Brentford and has a worldie. I think that
he's going to have a first 11 and a second 11 rather than let everyone figure it out?
I think he's going to have it all mapped out. I don't think he's the type of manager that wouldn't have it all mapped out. I think that he knows who his starting 11 is going to be. And
are you okay with that? Or would you?
Yeah,
rather
of course
see
I am.
someone...
Look. I'm with Drew. I'm on board with De Zerbi. Whatever he wants, I'm there. If he says get on your knees, I'll get on my knees.
Oh my
Simple
God.
as that.
Oh my goals.
So would I, all day long with them legs.
No, I'm on board with him.
I'm never going to unsee that. I'm
Don't
never
give a shit.
going to unsee
Don't
it.
give a shit, Drew.
This channel has gone so downhill with its uncouth culture. What are we doing here? Okay, so let me rephrase it another way then. So whoever it is that's in De Zerbi's starting 11 mind when he gets his full team and everyone's fit, let's be honest then. If that is the case, there's going to be issues in a 1 game a week season keeping everybody happy, right? So if Kudus comes back and is ready to go, if Omar Marmoush comes in, if Cody Gakpo comes in, if Richalison doesn't leave, he's going to be miserable. And you know that the kind of compounding effect of a happy camp is a successful camp kind of thing, right? And we even heard from James Maddison, who said on a video, I saw it this morning, someone shared it in our group, that when De Zerbi came in, he got everyone pissed. He said, so we're going to go out tonight. We're going to go to a place in Mayfair and everyone's going to have a few beers and, a couple of beers, we're going to get drunk. And he says, as long as it didn't get out of hand. Now, of course, if Magnums were at play, if everyone had 4 Magnums, there would have been fists thrown. But either way, he seems to be encouraging this sort of happy camp as a successful environment. How do you keep everybody happy in a world where you have Xavi, Maddison, Kudus, Decky, I know Udogie won't be around for a long time, but Tel, Savinho, Marmoush, Gakpo, all of a sudden it's a good headache to have, but it's a headache nonetheless. You are going to have to find a way to keep everybody happy. And one of the ways to do that is based on meritocracy. And one of the ways to not do that is to play favourites.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure when he spoke to them, because he seems to speak to all of them before they come in, he planned it out with them and told them, how it's going to work. And it's only going to be for 1 season, because next season, after we've won the league and we're in the Champions League, that we kick on from there. So I'm sure that he spoke to him about it, Sean. Look, there's still 38 games in the cup games, and there's going to be a lot of cup games after we've done the treble. So I'm sure he'll get them all in there, and keep them happy.
Yeah, love that. Do you think it's one of those things, Sean, as well? Like, I think nowadays, I know there's always going to be players that want to play every minute, but I think even since he's been here this short period of time, I think he's starting to generate a culture where, he keeps on saying it. I only want players that want to be here. I only want players that want to play for Tottenham. Tottenham are a big club. We deserve to be, in bigger and better places. Whether other people think that or not is irrelevant. This is just the Spurs family I'm talking about. Anybody associated with Spurs believes that we should be further up the table than we are. And I think he's generating a culture whereby these players are coming in, they're prepared to play for him. And I think, as I said, nowadays, I think players understand that, you've got the opportunity to earn a lot of money doing what you do. And what's one way of doing that is to extend your career as much as possible. So you can go to these clubs and the coach might turn around and say, you're getting 60, 70 minutes every week, but that's 60, 70 solid minutes week in, week out. And then you do 3 to 5 changes during a game because you're allowed to do that now. And it extends some of these players' careers. So I think if you sell it right and you sell the fact that we're at least attempting to go places, I think that if you get the right mentality in the players, I would jump at the chance. What you mean? I could join a group of people and we can all start, pointing in the right direction, in the same direction, and try and create something together. I get goosebumps just fucking thinking about it. It's not often you can garner that sort of group or that sort of thing. So I think he's weeding out the people that didn't want to be there or the people that have got a slightly different mindset to that. And fair play, you can have that different mindset. Like Jed Spence, I would have loved to have kept him around. But that kid is at the age where he wants to play week in, week out, and he's not prepared to wait for his chance. Fair play to him. So you shake hands, you get as much money as you can, you let him move on, you bring somebody in that has the same mentality as you, in that if it's only going to be 30 minutes here, 40 minutes there, and I'll play when somebody else is injured, but I want to be part of this group because we can all do something special, then I don't. I think that's what he's trying to do. I think he's looking at teams in the past and looking at the Manchester Uniteds of old and that sort of thing, or just the teams that were able to go on a run and able to win things. And I think that's what you have to do. You have to all be on the same page and just weed out the people who, as nice as they might be, just don't really read from the same hymn sheet.
No, and the thing is, we're not used to it, are we? We're not used to it because, even that great Poch team, the starting 11 was fantastic, and then the bench was dreadful. I always use the example when we played Arsenal away in the year we finished second. I think we had Josh Onoma on the bench and Carter Vickers and, players that are nowhere near. So we're not used to having this level of depth, but this is what, in today's game, you need to have if you're going to compete with the likes of City and Arsenal. You look at their benches, that there isn't that drop off from the starting 11. And I think I said it last night on Kate and Jimbo's show. It's going to be nice actually going into game weeks, not knowing the starting 11 because actually we've got options rather than like for the last 12, 18 months where we've not known the starting 11 because they're shit or we've got injuries. It's a nice problem to have. So. But I think Sean's point is right around keeping everyone happy. That's why we need to get back into Europe ASAP because then you've got you've got more fixtures. And we're playing players more now as well, which helps.
So, great follow up, right? So, with the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City, they can qualify their requirement to keep people happy by saying, "Look, we're going to play 60 games this season." And you have a really high frequency of winning trophies, right? Whether it's the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the League, or the European trophy, which we're in. Arsenal got to the very pinnacle last year. So it wouldn't be difficult to convince anyone to go to Arsenal, even if they were guaranteed only 35% of minutes, because 35% of minutes is still a lot of minutes. It's probably still more minutes than most people that play 80% of minutes for a one game a week type of football club. And, of course, you've got a high frequency of trophy. Tottenham are not in that stage right now. They're in the project stage where it looks like we could get there in a year or two's time. But it has to happen. Like, you have to get back into Europe this year so that even players who have participated in 25, 30% of minutes this year, especially if we don't have an injury crisis and we're rooting for that not to happen, then at least they'll see that what we're building and they can be an exciting part of it. But right now we're in that kind of that grey zone between being able to offer the additional minutes that you get from being in all competitions, plus the frequency of trophies, likelihood of success. We're not there yet. So therefore, it's all or nothing. Like if we struggle this year, if we finish 10th or 9th, or we qualify for the Conference League, it's probably not enough to keep everybody happy, even if they are getting their various share of minutes, right? But it all has to click, and it has to click very quickly.
It definitely does. Yeah, I agree with all of that. I mean, we're in a bit of a unique space, as you say, because we're at the start of that new project. But what's probably helping us right now is the players that we're signing are basically all for the starting 11, aren't they? We're not trying to sign other than Dubravka, but he's happy to, to sit on the bench at a club the size of Tottenham and get that money. The rest are all been. What's going to be interesting to the point you raised earlier is when Xavi Simons comes back from injury. Odegaard, because we've got the squad registration issue as well, right? So I'm pretty certain they're not going to register Simons or Odegaard in the squad until they get the opportunity to redo it in January because of their injuries. Because we're pretty tight on the whole how many non-homegrown we can have. So, but then when they come back from injury and you're sitting in January, you then got a problem of, okay, do you actually have to send someone out on loan, or do we have to look to sell Richalison in January or whatever? I mean, it's a nice problem to have, obviously, but getting back in Europe is absolutely critical. And they've just gone, I think they've gone this window, they've gone absolutely gun-ho, and it doesn't come completely without risk, but for us as fans, it's definitely the right thing to do.
Do you not think if we do get the likes of Marmoush and Gakpo over the line that we might sell Richarlison this window anyway to Everton?
Maybe. Yeah, you could see that. I think ultimately the plan should be to sell Richarlison and Solanke. I think if we want to move in the way that we want to move, I think neither of them are good enough. I think Richarlison, obviously, to be honest, has probably been better than Solanke, but he's out of contract next summer anyway. But I think we should be looking to move Solanke on as well. And then if you move both of them on, perhaps then you look again in January or in the summer at a Krupi, for example, right?
Maybe
You think it's just
Solanke
maybe
as part
one
of the
window
Krupi
too
deal.
soon for Solanke though, because of the homegrown
It is one
thing?
window too
Would you
soon at the
think
moment,
that
I think.
one of the three coming in, if there is three, would have to be English if that's the case, if he was going to go out? Because otherwise we'd be really playing with fire, I think.
Yeah,
I can't see that happening at the moment.
No.
And then
No,
I think we just need to get used to this now. That I think that the aim is going to be that we will turn players over quicker than we have in the past as well. I think a lot of fans get in their head that as soon as you sign someone, they're going to be with you for 5 years, and because at Tottenham that's been often the case that we've had players stick around for a long time. But I think we are going to have to just start getting used to selling players that is going to split the fan base at times. Berghvall is an example this summer where some fans don't want to sell him, some are happy for him to go. But we're just going to have more churn, I think, in the squad naturally.
Let me just quickly do a few of these super chiddly chit chats that are here. Big up to the Big D. Says, late again, Butler. You're winding me up. You're winding me up. I apologise, mate. We were just welcoming everyone into the back of the show. I was singing a song to myself with the camera on, and then Drew and Connor were in the background listening to me. I didn't know they were there. So that's part of the... I had to take a couple of minutes to explain myself.
Serenaded at 6 a.m. Honestly, I've never felt so warm inside or outside. Frankly,
He's like, why are you singing that song? I was like, because I'm getting ready for when Mathys Tel bangs in a hat trick against Brentford, and then everyone starts going, "Oh no, Butler, you were right about Mathys Tel," and I go, "It's too late to apologise." Last chance to get on board the Tel train. Choo choo. Big up, Big D. Appreciate you, mate. Sorry for the delay. Chudini's in the house as well. Big up to Chudini. Big up to the choo choo to you, my man. Choo choo to you. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you on Wednesday night at the Charlton game in the 8 Bar, where we all go broke for some spirits, some bottom of the barrel off-brand vodka and tepid off-brand Coke in a plastic plain glass with 5 ice cubes and a fat straw. One slurp and it's gone, and it costs about £10 a pop. Absolute rip-off, but we love it. We wouldn't have it any other way. Big up to Tudini, big up to the Devil. He says, Stoic is my neighbour, and he's sending a big up, Sean. Big up the Devil, big up to Stoic, my man from the Spurs Hub. Absolute moderator-in-chief. I know he's got a couple of things going on, so I hope he's doing okay. I think he's in bed with a bad back, I think, or bad something. Big up to Stoic from the Devil. Thank you, the Devil. Appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you very much indeed for coming by. Big Boy 77 says, guys, hope you're well. Your opinion on Wesley? That's the Roma player, isn't it? The Brazilian. I looked into him. Someone mentioned him. Is it you mentioned him yesterday? And I'll bring you in just a second, Blaine. I looked him up. I watched him on the Y Scout. Really, really, really interesting player as well. 5'10", really fast, unbelievable attacking option. But he's 22 years old, so 22-year-olds seem to come at like a massive premium. For me, for where we are right now, I'd rather just go Prem proven and get Munoz on the cheap. And then we can figure that out in a couple of years if he wanted to come and play second fiddle to Pedro Porro. But Pedro Porro is apparently not even going to play tomorrow. So interesting. Adam Gill, 653, says every season out of Europe and the likes of Villa get there. They're closing the gap financially. It's imperative we flex this summer to get back. They're not really closing the gap financially. If they were, they wouldn't have to sell their entire player. Like honestly, you're looking at trying to figure out what Aston Villa's starting 11 is going to be for tomorrow. You're like looking through their entire team sheet, going, "Who the fuck are these people? They've sold everybody. Everybody. I'm here for it. Oh, not fair." Big up to Adam. They're definitely closing the gap competitively, if not closed it altogether. Listen, we've got a special guest who's coming in. You know him as the most generous man in the entire Tottenham community. He hands out memberships like they're candy. And he's here today to make a special announcement and to obviously participate in the channel. Please, guys, give it up to the awesome, the wonderful Blaine Devlin. How are you, Blaine? Oh, good to see you, mate. You all right, Blaine?
Hello, everyone. I'm really good. Sean, how about you, buddy? How are you keeping?
Mate, you look like you're like a mini mini Blaine. You're like 4 foot further back, and you're. There's a chance you can bring yourself a little closer to the camera. I'll bring the camera closer to you.
I'm literally 20 centimeters from my laptop. I can't, unless it's set like this.
1 million memberships.
How you doing, Blaze? Great to have you, mate. It's great to see you on the channel, buddy. Thanks for all your support, my man.
Glad to be back. What a time to be back, eh?
It is, mate.
Back.
It is.
Spurs
We are back.
Back. Good
to be back.
Yeah.
Listen, Blaine, do you? I know you've got something you wanted to announce, mate, and it's a big deal. So I don't know if you want to do it now. Do you want to get it out of the way and make someone feel a little bit, I don't know, happy, embarrassed, a little bit nervous? I don't know. Do you want to announce it, my man?
Yeah, why not? Why not? This is the channel of bombas after all, so here's a big bloody bomba for Mr. Drew. And you'll probably put pieces together, Drewski, when you hear this. So, how about you come and join us for the Crystal Palace game?
Hang about Blaine,
match day ticket.
Blaine. Can you drop out and come back in again, mate? Can you drop out and come back in because your internet's collapsing on us?
What's going on? What's going on here?
It's such a shame that he started to drop the announcement and then he.
I'm just going to pretend I don't know what's going on and I'm not sweating.
No change there, then, Drew. No change there.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
I ain't got to pretend. I ain't got a fucking clue.
I've got a clue what's going on, Jim. Do you know what I mean?
You're not listening again, are you, Jimbo? You're
I
not
am
listening
listening,
again.
but I didn't get it. It went quiet.
He's here now. He's back. All right, Blaine. Have a second go, mate.
He's gone again.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Anyway, he'll come back in now and do it in just a second. But he's got a lovely... Just in the meantime, big up to Sully for letting anyone who's on the Spurs Hub who wants to... Who keeps asking me, where's the app? I can't pay for an official iStore app or App Store, whatever thing yet, because those things cost hundreds of thousands of pounds for something that's complex like mine. So, but you can turn it into an app by, if you're on an iPhone... If you open the link in Safari to go to SpursHub.co.uk, tap on the share button and scroll down, add it to the home screen, then it becomes basically an app on your computer. So the process for doing it on an Android is also there. Let's see if we can get him back in again as well. Hi, Blano.
Is that better now, guys? Yeah, I was lagging like crazy. I don't know what was going on.
All right, start again, Blano.
Sorry about that. Yeah, because it probably just ruined the experience. It was an anti-climax. I mean, you get a lovely woman and you see me walking into the bedroom. Fuck, no. Brewski.
I don't know. I think you look like you'd be able to climb right in, mate.
Well, with what I'm about to give you, you probably will want to climb into bed next to me, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, you're coming over to the Palace game, buddy.
Mate, I don't know what to... I genuinely don't know what to say. My armpits are sweating. What are we doing here?
Mate, you deserve it. You do so much for this community. I don't even know the last time you were over at a Spurs game.
It's been years. It's been absolutely years. I walked past the stadium in 2020 or 2019, maybe. But yeah, the night of the Champions League final, I was in North London by the stadium, and because I was visiting my parents. But yeah, dude. Well, I don't know what to say, mate. I really don't. I'm kind of taken aback. I mean, I fucking hate flying, but let's do it.
I reached out to you and said, keep the Halloween weekend free. Yeah. And you said, why? I was going to tell you that I was coming over, I was going to do the Cycle Across America thing, but then I was like, you know what, that's a lie. Yeah. I don't like telling lies, so I just left it open-ended.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess we're going to Tottenham then, are we?
We're going to Tottenham! Good man. Winding me up in real time.
Fucking hell, I appreciate it, Blaine. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's
a lovely gesture, that.
It's not just me, buddy. Like, as Sean said, he's had to tell a little white lie to try and get a bit of info. You probably see me asking you, where are you from, Drew? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know, trying to put pieces together in the background. But hey, look, it's the whole community is going to make this happen for you. So hopefully you enjoy it.
Drew, in order to keep the cost down, we had to fly you from Kansas to Mexico City. From Mexico City, you've got a 9-hour layover. Then you're going to, I think it's to Toronto. Then from Toronto, I think you're going to
You are
Hawaii.
Fucking winding me up, aren't you? You are winding me up right now, aren't you?
No, listen, mate. You know, generosity, and then there's fucking reality, bro. You know?
Wow.
You got to get a 5-sector journey and go backwards before you can go forwards, mate. I'm telling you. All right. It was 30 quid. What do you want?
You get 24 hours in Beijing. You can't actually leave the airport, but you might be able to go and get a knockoff Rolex or something.
Right,
and eventually you'll arrive in Tottenham just about half an hour before the game.
Oh, mate. It's not a seat. It's the undercarriage. And you just got to hold on to it, all right?
You're in there with the dogs. You're in there with the dogs that are going over, okay?
Fucking hell. And that guy from fucking Die Hard 2 will still be in there as well. I'm going to have to fight him off, aren't I, with a stick? Brilliant. Yeah. Well, fucking, that's amazing, guys. That's amazing. I guess we'll sort out all the details off air. But yeah. That's fucking awesome.
I'll be taking you out Friday night, and then Saturday's the game with Blaine and everyone else. We'll get everyone. Everyone hopefully can come down.
I've just asked if I can get tickets for Halloween because we've got to meet Drewski. I mean, he's a legend of the community, so we will be there, whether we get into the ground or not. We will be there.
No, Johnny's got tickets going to be there as well.
Yeah. Hey, and Connor. Hey.
Everybody in the chat. We're going to make that the kind of community get together then. So anyone who does go, we'll figure out a way to be in a certain pub at 3 hours before Magnums. They will be consumed. Absolutely sensational. Absolutely. Well done, Blaine, mate. Very generous of you, mate.
Blaine. Well done, Blaine. Thank you very much, mate. It means the world. That's fucking awesome.
That's so kind.
Love to do it, guys.
Right, let's carry on with the show. Connor, I wanted to ask you, I'll bring you on obviously to see your lovely face, but I do want you to explain a couple of things because there's a lot of rumours knocking about. Well, first of all, we've got to cover the Macquarie loan thing, the consequences, the connotations, obviously what's going on. We were promised Ali Gold's PR update after the 100 million quid that was injected in November. They said that there was more behind it, and there was more dropped in June. And then they said at the time there's more behind that. But they didn't say what, but they kind of led everyone to believe that the owners were going to put their hand in their pocket again. But they said they've gone down the payday loan thing for the second time in less than a year. The consequences of that, mate, what's the optics around it? What does that look like? We'll come to the other stuff with regards our potential breaches next season or whatever afterwards. But with regards to the Macquarie loan thing, what's your read on it?
Yeah, so I mean, you just described it perfectly. We did it last year, borrowed against basically the following season's Premier League revenue. So the way that it basically works is you get the cash now, and you promise to pay the loan back using the money that you're going to get from the Premier League. So it's just a way of basically front loading some cash, and we've done it in August both years, which obviously is to tie in with the transfer window, right? And to make sure that we've got the cash to fund all of these transfers that we're doing. Separately to that, as you said, ENIC put in 100 million in October, November time, another 100 million June-ish time. So they have put in 200 million in the last sort of 10 months or so, which is definitely a bit of a change for them because obviously before the last few years, quite famously, ENIC were the lowest other than the Glazers of any ownership for putting money into the club. So that's definitely been a shift. And look, with this facility, I don't think it's anything too much to worry about. I mean, it's probably paying something like 6-7% interest for something like this. So obviously that's not as cheap for Tottenham compared to if ENIC were to put the money in, because obviously we wouldn't pay any interest if ENIC just injects some equity. So you do have that bit of interest to pay. But these are fairly common now across Premier League clubs. We're not the only one to do it. And I think probably if I try and sit in ENIC's shoes, not that I like to, from their perspective, what they're probably thinking is every time we inject money into the equity of the club, we basically lose the flexibility to use that money for anything else, right? So until we sell the club. So obviously they do it because they're going to benefit at the end when they're able to sell the club. But that 100 million that they've injected is basically lost to them. And they don't have flexibility to use that for other stuff. Whereas with having this sort of facility in place, they've got a bit more flexibility to then use their other money. So it's a bit of a sort of combined capital strategy that they're doing. So I don't think it's too bad. I can see why they're doing it. It'll be interesting to me, I think, if they get Champions League, say they get Champions League this season, whether they then continue to do that in the future will be interesting. I suspect they might try and shift away from it once they get themselves back in the Champions League on a more regular basis.
Yeah, sorry. I see people saying I didn't realise my mic was on the wrong setting. So 45 minutes and I've been talking like in an echo. Sorry, that's probably been shitty.
But you sounded all right to us, mate, I think. I'm sure.
Was that okay, was it?
Yeah, I would have said something, mate. I would have said you sound like a bozo, you know?
Oh, fair enough. Well, appreciate you.
Then.
Connor, for me, it's just the optics around, like, we're giving up future revenues to pay for things now. It makes you think that either the cash position is poor again, right, or that the 100 million quid hasn't dropped again, or that we're front loading a lot of money in the contract on the players to get the players through. So it's not like amortized over 5 years. Naturally, it's like heavy front loading, and all of those things are fine on paper, but it does lead you down that path of, well, what's the interest rate? And like, if it's 100 million, well, not, the last one was 90 million. The fact that the interest rates in the base rate in England is like 4.5% or whatever it is now, 4%. So like if you're doing a commercial loan, it's probably going to be 8, 9, maybe even 10% on that sort of stuff. So you're giving up 9 million in revenue from the first one. How much in interest from the second one? Or do we even know what the second one is, by the way?
Well, it'll be similar again because it's sort of the size of. I mean, it somewhat depends on where you end up finishing as well, right? Obviously, because of your Premier League revenue is impacted by that. Yeah, I mean, interest for me are normally 6 to 7% on these because it's sort of SONIA +2, something like that, because it's secured against something that is so certain to come. Yeah. And obviously it's a business that is very very secure as well. You get decent deals. So 6-7% will probably be standard. But yeah, I mean, look. So if it's 90 million, yeah, you're still talking a few million. And obviously, we already pay out quite a lot of interest because we're servicing, even though it was at low rates, we're servicing the interest that's on the stadium debt as well. So ideally, it's not something that you would want them to do forevermore. On your specific question about what the reasons are, I think the cash probably is a little bit low, right? Because we have ramped up spend on transfers in the last few years. We've obviously gone huge again this window. And yeah, I suspect that your suspicion that they've probably gone to help get some of these deals done with like a West Ham, for example, who we know needed a bit of cash. They've probably gone, we'll give you a bigger percentage than is the norm up front to get so that you sell to us and not Man United and all that stuff. So I suspect that definitely is playing into it as well.
Right. Okay. So it's not necessarily
but I think
without
ENIC
problem.
No, but I think ENIC will need to continue to inject cash. We will see another. I wouldn't be shocked if we see another 100 million from them coming, within the next sort of 6 to 12 months.
Okay. All right, good to know. Good to know, mate. Appreciate you giving the colour on that one. And then obviously there's a lot of these things percolating around just to sort of finish off the financial segment part of it. With regards, I know you spoke to me about it. I saw Magic Hat, the other financial guy that you guys sort of talk about a lot of the same things. By the way, I see Kieran Maguire retweeting your post about Daniel Levy being diluted, mate. Congratulations, mate. Rubbing shoulders with the professors out there. Look at you lot. I've got fucking TalkSport over here. We got the geezer who runs fucking Ryanair over there. we got Mr. fucking Money on the other side. We got Drew Zilla's face in the cutest picture in the world. I just want to squeeze those cheeks in that icon. And then we got Jimbo. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you got the wanker at the bottom in the middle.
Connor, let me just ask you about this Magic Hat and your belief that Tottenham are going to breach, but that's scary, isn't it? It's scary on the sound, on the kind of like the top line headline: Spurs will inevitably breach some sort of financial rule. We all know, well, you and I know it's not as scary in reality because there's precedent for these things that maybe just slaps on the wrist, not necessarily going to result in anything that's worrying. But do you want to just sort of clear up where you're at in terms of where Tottenham's finances would be? Why would we potentially breach next year?
And what happens if we get into Europe and all those things? Are we closer to 70% or 80%? Or are we going to breach through 70% potentially with all this spend? What's your thoughts on all that stuff?
Yeah, of course. Have you got that little infographic I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah,
This
pull
one?
that
This
up
one?
quickly because yeah, that's it. So look at this, it's making us look really professional on here, isn't it? So there's 3 sets of rules
soon
that
put a stop to
Ryan,
that,
I'll
by
do
the way.
this quickly because I know it's a bit boring and it's a Friday, so I don't want to send anyone to sleep. But you've got the Premier League squad cost ratio, which has replaced PSR. So basically, the way that works is it says that your squad costs can't exceed 85% of your revenue and the profit you make from player sales. And the squad cost basically includes anything you spend on wages for players and the head coach, the De Zerbi plus the playing squad, anything we spend on agents, and then the amortization of transfer fees. The UEFA squad cost rules basically the same. There's a couple of minor differences, but the real difference is that the cap is 70% of revenue rather than 85%. Obviously, that's only relevant when you're actually in Europe. And then the final one is this UEFA football earnings rule, which is the one that most people don't actually know about, which is basically says that over a 3-year period, you're only allowed to make an aggregate loss of up to 60 million euros. You can exclude from that any spend that you have on youth, women's football, community, and depreciation. So this is a bit like the old PSR rules that we had in the Premier League. So obviously this season, the only one that applies to us is the one on the left, the Premier League squad cost ratio of 85%. But clearly, the club will be forecasting on a longer term basis on the assumption that they want to get back into Europe, right? So when we think about what squad cost ratio they'll actually be aiming for, it will be something like 70%. Based on the numbers I've forecast, I think we're fine for both of those. So both the Premier League squad cost ratio, we're way below 85%. In terms of
this year we are, but by next year's results, will that be the same? Do you think?
Still way behind that. Still way behind that.
Okay.
In terms of the 70%, I also think we're below that as well because I've got us at sort of into sort of mid 60s. So those two we're fine with. Is this one on the right, which is the football earnings rule, which is the issue. So if you
which
look
were the
at
ones, the one that when Aston Villa and Chelsea breached recently and got slaps on the wrist? I think was it 8 million for Chelsea and 5 million or something for Villa or something like that, or 50 million and 8 million. I forget what it was. Was that was for the 70% breach? That wasn't for the final tier, was it? That wasn't for this.
Well, they did both, funnily enough. So
okay.
Villa and Newcastle and Chelsea have breached both of those UEFA rules. So they've been over the 70% on squad cost ratio, and they've breached the football earnings rule as well.
Right.
So we're only going to breach the football earnings rule because basically, if you think about it, we've just had 2 seasons of finishing 17th, which obviously has probably lost us something like 100 million compared to if we'd finished 5th in those years, just on Premier League money alone. So, the 3 years that will end up being relevant, so this applies when we get back into Europe next season, will be the 24-25, which was the season before last, 25-26, which was last season, and then obviously this season that we're in right now. Those losses that we made in those years, even when you strip out depreciation and all of those other things that I mentioned, probably about 20 million in 24-25, probably about 30 million in 25-26, and then this year is going to be a bit of a shit show, right? Because we're losing the Champions League money. We're losing, all of the match day revenue that comes with that as well. And so I think, yeah, exactly. So the combination of those 3 years is going to be well in excess of the 60 million that you're allowed to lose. I've got it as something like 150 million that we'll lose over those 3 years for that calculation. So we'll breach it by, call it 80, 90 million. Now, what does that actually mean? It basically means that we'll get a slap on the wrist from UEFA because, one, they're normally quite generous with these things, as you've seen with Villa and Chelsea and Newcastle. So Newcastle breached by more than us, and they only got a €3 million unconditional fine.
That's the important thing to reassure people that get worried is that if you qualify for the Champions League, just like I pointed out many times, I put out a video we did yesterday. I took the clip from it and put it out like that. Aston Villa, who cry all the time about it's not fair, it's not fair. Like they essentially broke all the rules under the sun to qualify into the Champions League, and then cried when it's not fair that other teams have done it the right way. But they cheated to get there, and then they still got to participate in the league that they cheated to get 100 million quid in revenue, and their fine was pennies in the pound in consequence. So if we're only going to breach one of them, it might sound bad, but in reality, you're going to get a slap on the wrist, a minor fine and a warning, probably. Yeah.
That's it. And what they normally do is they enter into a settlement agreement with you. So this is what's happened with Villa, Newcastle and Chelsea, which basically says that in the future, you're going to get yourself back to a better position. Now, the reason why Villa and Newcastle are still having to sell off players like they have, and they're, and struggling to do anything, is because they were in such a bad position and basically couldn't get themselves back to a good position. If we get back into the Champions League, we'll basically fix this straight away, because you're going to suddenly get 100 million extra revenue, right? And then we're fine. So this is why, for me, I think
the next question then, though, just because this, I guess, it's where does the rubber meet the road for Tottenham fans?
Yeah,
is will this likely situation prevent Tottenham from spending 150 million quid next summer, or going again in January if there's an opportunity? Will we be able to buy £100 million next summer if someone comes available, if someone pops up that's the perfect signing? Obviously Tottenham looking like we're going to hopefully finish with Marmoush, maybe someone else, maybe Gakpo, Jimbo's still holding out for a fourth in Munoz. Are those things possible now? And even if obviously they might require selling Berghvall, selling things just to help it out the balance, but given that we have sold a lot of our youth, and actually having said that, there's probably something else I want to just bring into the equation here. A lot of those players that we sold, again, you can get all this data on the Spurs Hub, the one-stop shop. Players like this geezer, Tynan Thompson, for 10 million. Players like Will Lancashire, I think, would count as pure profit. I'm not sure if Alejo Veliz would. I'm not sure if Ash Phillips would. But some of these guys, like Alfie Devine, these guys would all count as pure profit on the books. Does that count as... Is the profit and the loss and all that stuff that UEFA are looking at, is that book profit and loss, or is it actual losses versus actual profit?
Lots of questions there. I'll try to remember them all. The last one, yes, the profit that they're looking at when it comes to profit on sales is basically compared to the book value. So anyone that come through Tottenham's academy will not have a book value, so it's pure profit, exactly as you described. Ashley Phillips, though, for example, because we signed him, he had something like 0.4 million of net book value left. So we ended up selling him for up to 20 million. So that would be 20 million if we get all the add-ons minus the 0.4, right? Veliz, similar, he had a bit of net book value left, so that they do that check. On your first question, which is probably the more interesting one, which is,
more importantly, can we go again next summer?
Yeah. So I'll give you a couple of scenarios. One, we don't get back into Europe. So if we don't get back into Europe, these rules won't end up biting us anyway. So from a rule perspective, we could do what we like again within reason, as long as we don't breach the 85% squad cost ratio. But obviously there would be other implications for us in terms of ENIC having to pump in loads more money again. And so that becomes a cash flow point rather than a rules point. If we get back into the Champions League, we're fine. Definitely, because of the extra revenue that will bring, commercial and all of that type of stuff, and everything will get back to a nice, happy place, which means we would be able to go again. I think if we get back into the Conference League, it starts to get a little bit more interesting.
So the juice isn't worth the squeeze of being in that competition anyway, right?
This is one of the reasons I think when we discussed it, I said to you, like and I know Magic Hat, for example, on Twitter, if anyone follows him, he's saying how risky this is as a strategy, and he lets his Arsenal bias get in the way a bit. I chat to him as well, and he does definitely do that. But for me, this is why it's imperative we go as hard as possible now and get ourselves to hopefully Champions League, but at least Europa League, because actually, if you get back in a European competition, you're going to be subject to these rules. And what you don't want is to be in the Conference League. And then, Conference League is very, very different to the Champions League in terms of money. So I'd still think we'd be all right. But we're not going to see a window like we're seeing now again next summer, because
we shouldn't need to, though, either, right?
We shouldn't need to. I think if that's the case, we're having a very different conversation about the fact that something's gone terribly, terribly wrong. This is the heavy lift that we needed to do to revolutionise that squad.
All right. Cool. So, yeah, worst case scenario is we do well, but not well enough to get Europa League. Okay, all right, not the end of the world. But your Conference League, I genuinely think there should be a conversation with UEFA around raising the threshold from the Conference League to like 80% rather than 70%, because like you just don't make any money from the Conference League, right? So it's like from a Premier League perspective, the value of being in it. You'd rather not be in it than be in it, wouldn't you? Unless winning a trophy is important to people. But
yeah, it would. Do you know what? If Chelsea had got in the Conference League, I'm pretty sure that they would have wrote to UEFA and said, "We'll take our sporting ban now," and just because that would have been the sensible thing to do. I think Chelsea will definitely get a sporting ban at some point. They will end up getting a ban from European competition at some point. And if they got back in the Conference League, that would have been the perfect time to go, we'll sacrifice that rather than the Champions League season, obviously. So, it'll be interesting. But yeah, I agree with you. And look, on this whole, there's a lot of debate at the moment on TalkSport and things with Gabby and Sam Jordan and all of this stuff around, are the rules fit for purpose? I don't think the rules are perfect, to be honest. I get some of the arguments they make. Unfortunately, they make it at the wrong people when they're making it at Tottenham, because we are the one club that has sacrificed for years and years and years. And it does feel ridiculous that we're the ones that seem to be getting stung with this summer. Everyone's been fine when it's been, Man United spent 200 million buying 3 forwards last year after finishing 15th, and no one really said a word. But when Tottenham go and spend, everyone seems to lose their shit over it. It's a bit ridiculous. But yeah, it's not completely fit for purpose, because it is really difficult for anyone else outside of the Big Six, and that gap's being bigger. And you have seen this summer as well, Big Six clubs go to Newcastle and Villa and take a lot of their players. Right, we took Tonali, Arsenal took Guimaraes and Konsa. Rodgers went to Chelsea. So I do get a bit of the frustration, but unfortunately, I think Sean, you made this point. They just want it to be a close shot, but with them two in that close shot, they're not actually interested in it being fairer. I think if you ask me what would be the ideal solution, then I'll shut up about the finances stuff. I think in an ideal world, what you probably would have is that everyone had the same cap, right, on what they could spend.
That anchoring rule was pretty interesting, I thought, where like you can't have more than like 5% above. Is it 5% more than the lowest revenue generating club in the Premier League or something like that? Do you remember
something like that. That I think that starts to get a bit more interesting, because I think you would say, and people were saying Marmoush is done. I don't know whether that's actually the case. I was just trying to look whilst I was talking.
Giving it the here we go.
A bomber.
I'm looking, but I haven't seen it.
So there's always a bomber when
notifications on for
Sean
Romano
and Kate and Jimbo go live.
There is always a bomber generally.
I
actually had to reach out to Romano last night and say, "Oi, Fab, listen, bro. I know you're having a bit of stress, right? I know you're under a little bit of pressure with all the ITKs coming after you, but we had an arrangement. Okay, we had an arrangement that you only drop bombers when Butler's live, and it was extended to Kate and Jimbo so we could cover a little bit more time for you. But you don't drop bombers at 1 o'clock when she's got her lotions and her potions on, and you don't drop bombers when I'm already in bed having a chop suey. Okay, it's not okay. It's not okay."
Sean, can I ask Connor a question? Connor, do most teams lose money every season?
Yes.
How do they keep going season after season?
Because their owners pump money in normally. So if you look at most Premier League football clubs, they've had to pump money in. I mean, take Fulham as an example, right? With middling, sort of smallish club. I mean, the owners of Fulham have probably put in something like 700 million since they've been there.
Wow.
So really, clubs are just a rich man's toy.
Yeah. Mostly, yeah. I mean, you hope to then get to like Arsenal's an example, right? The Kroenkes put in 300 million ish at the time that Arteta started there, and now they're in a world where they're probably not going to have to put in money because they're going to break the Premier League record for revenue. They're starting to turn turn that round. But yeah, generally, football clubs, the game for football clubs is not to make money on a year-by-year basis, really. What it is that, like ENIC did, they bought Tottenham for 90 million. One day they'll sell it for 3.5, 4 billion, and they get their money then at the end. But yeah, and it's a bit of a toy. It's a bit more fun than investing in shares or bonds or whatever, like, running a football club. As long as you don't get people like me organising protests with Billy T moaning about you, it can be quite fun running a football club.
Succeeded. Change for Tottenham did their job, bro. Listen, there's no people calling Change for Tottenham a failure. We fucking changed. So you know what I mean? It was all about the protests. I know certain people want to say it was all about the guys that the ENIC out, Levy out stuff. No. It was change for Tottenham. They got it done. Congratulations. The shortest lived but most to the fucking point protest. It was those purple and yellow scarves. Congratulations, guys. Pat yourselves on the fucking back. Listen, I can't even reach my back, mate. That's the benefit of losing 6 stone like you've done, mate. You can actually get round there and do it, Listen, apparently Football Terrace. Drew, do you want to do the honours? He's got to...
Tottenham have reached a full agreement with Manchester City for Omar Marmoush. 72 million plus add-ons. And I, for one, am absolutely disgusted. Let's do this, people.
Smash like and subscribe. The terrace is back. We've got to go. Marmoush, he had to go.
He's got to go. And I'm hearing that Sabio is also on his way to Tottenham. And I, for one, am disgusted. Let's do this.
Sensationnel. Conor, mate, thank you so much for giving us the insights on all the financial stuff, mate. It's always good to hear. So there'll be some scary things that will drop in the next year or two. I, for one, am going to revel in it when I say this would never have happened if Daniel Levy was still here, even though he had to go. It's not that important. It doesn't matter, but I was right. Big up my chairman. Oh, look who's got into the fucking chinwag. How's this geezer come in, eh? How I do it? Hello, James. How you doing? It's a gloat.
Yeah, don't ask questions how I got in there. I've got a few connections.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm here for it.
First of all, I'm so happy to see you on stream, Sean. I was really worried this morning. I thought I'd send you a little private message. I'm glad to see you look well. The funeral of Tel.
I'm delighted that Mohamed Kudus has got some competition for that right wing spot. And once Marmoush is done and then Gakpo's brought in, the reason why I asked the question about rotation and why I asked Kate and Jimbo and all the guys earlier on, how do we make room for all these people and keep them happy? I obviously wasn't including Mathys Tel, who has got absolutely nothing to worry about.
I think it's a fantastic backup. I'm just glad to see that you ain't taking it too bad. That's all.
Listen, you're in time. I want to play a game with you. I haven't got the graphics to put it all in personally, to put it all in manually. So we're going to do a sort of Tottenham predictions. Couple of questions for everyone. Where do we finish? Most improved player of the squad. Best newbie, best newcomer. Who is the problem of the year? Who will be the top goal maker, the top assist maker, the best player overall, and the player of the year? Blaine, I'm going to start with you, mate.
Thanks. I'm just trying to remember all the questions here to start off with.
I'll do one at a time. I'll go through one at a time. Who is going to be the top goal scorer of Tottenham's season?
Do it, Blaine. Blaine, do it.
If we get in Gakpo and Marmoush, it's going to be one of them. But I'm not too sure which. Definitely not Mathys Tel anyway. He's only going to get 10 points off the bench.
Legend.
Who have you said?
Either Gakpo or Marmoush if we get them in.
So pick one.
You got to go with
Gakpo.
Marmoush,
I'll go
surely, because he's
Gakpo.
the one that's probably in, right?
I'll go Gakpo.
Oh, shit.
Gakpo. Okay.
There's another bomber.
Another bomber we haven't heard about.
Bomber.
Drewski.
No, I'll caveat it though. If we don't get Gakpo in, I would say it's gotta be Solanke then.
Okay.
Wow.
Fuck it, because Gakpo's not even signed yet. I'm putting you down as Solanke then. It's a fucking
fair.
strange one, straight out of the tracks. Strange one. None of us want to see the guy get a minute.
I know we don't, but right.
No, if you're right, something has gone seriously fucking wrong, Blaine.
I don't know about that. If he's getting good service, guys, all he's got to do is fucking.
Yeah, but we don't want to see him in the fucking starting 11. You know?
Who did Blaine say?
Solanke.
Blaine said Solanke. It takes all sorts though. Jimbo, I'll come to you then.
Marmoush.
He's not here yet, but we're going to assume he's coming.
He's coming. 1,000,000%.
I am also going with Mr. Omar Marmoush.
Love people are fucking crazy. Okay, Kate.
Oh my God! It's got to be Marmoush all day
Marmoush.
long.
Well, Omar Marmoush.
All
my
day
God.
long.
Connor.
He's
You're
on
on mute,
mute.
mate.
But he
He's on
definitely
mute, but he said Omar Marmoush.
Marmoush. I did. Well lip read, True.
Nothing gets past me, mate. Telling you.
What are you saying, Jimbo? James?
Well, I think if Marmoush comes in, it's got to be Marmoush. If not, it's going to be Savio.
No, fuck, do me a favour.
Now, do me a favour.
Watch
Do
this
me
space,
a
boys.
favour.
Watch this space. That's all I'm saying.
Another one's coming. Hello, Hugo. Fucking hell, they're all coming in.
God, here we go.
That's the day of here we go, Drewski. You are correct.
10-year screen round.
Yeah, come on.
What?
Come on. Get yourself horizontal.
We're on the
None of this
fucking
vertical
horizontal
bollocks.
landscape.
There we go. There we go. Beautiful.
Continuity.
You look far more attractive that way, Hugo.
What's that?
You look far more attractive horizontally.
Well, that's what they all say, Kate.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The gumption of it all.
Well, I am renowned for my gumption and dedication, Kate.
Hugo for James Bond all day
Right,
long.
quick, Hugo, goal scorer. Who's got the echo?
If we sign in Gakpo,
You brought an echo. Hugo.
Yeah.
You brought an echo with you.
You brought an echo.
Yeah,
Get yourself a bloody headset.
The gumption of
out
it.
of here.
I know, honestly.
Fucking winding me up.
Donut.
All right, my goal scorer, top goal of the season is going to be.
Don't say it.
Don't even think it, Sean.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Go on, Sean. Stick by your man.
I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to score a lot, but I don't think he's going to score the most. So
it depends actually how far we get in the Carabao Cup, doesn't it?
You dirty little git. All right, I'm going for Marmoush then. Hugo.
Gakpo if we sign him.
Or, because he's not on the link right now, what we're doing?
Or Marmoush.
Okay, I'll put down as Marmoush then. All right. Problem child of the season.
If we don't get rid of him, Richie.
That's actually a really good shout, to be honest. I haven't even explained what problem child means, but I think we can all understand. Where there's going to be some sort of disgruntlement, some sort of noise. You're saying Richalison, Jimbo, James.
Is that what that meant?
Problem child, yeah, because I'm going to have most disappointing player as well. Most biggest disappointment is different to problem child. There's going to be some problem for someone.
It's not going to be Richarlison, Hugo. Sorry, mate. He's getting sold. The moment Gakpo and Marmoush are in, he's out of here. So
yeah, I think
it could be someone else's problem.
Yeah, I said if he's still around.
Oh yeah, fair. He's not going to be around though, mate.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if we were, I could see
in the
how
list
he could
right
get
now.
pissed
Let's
off.
not fucking pick peanuts out of poo. There's 8 of us on the fucking show. Let's got to fucking get this going.
I'm going to say, John, Gilbert, I'm going to go with Berghvall if he stays.
Berghvall? Mate,
No, he's too young, mate. He wouldn't say boo to a goose, I don't think.
The Swedish are not problematic in any way, shape, or form. What are we doing here? All right, you're going for Berghvall. Berghvall. What about you, Blano?
Destiny Udogie.
Oh, good one.
Ooh. You dog. Okay. Fair enough. Why do you think it'll be a problem?
I think he's going to see Robertson come in and go, oh, F this. I ain't going to have a sniff at all. Again, he's going to be injured half the season as well, so who cares?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Good point.
Problem child for you, Kate?
I don't know. I'm still thinking. Can you go to someone else?
Sure. Jimbo?
Thank you.
You got to give me a why as well. You got to give me a why on. So we'll keep the answer short because there's lots of us here, but we've got to give me a name and a why.
I'm mine's a toss up with Berghvall or Udogie. I think Udogie.
Same reasons, just not enough minutes.
Yeah, I think not enough minutes. He's going to get peed off. But I think Berghvall's going to go. I think he'll be gone this window.
I don't disagree with you on that. Connor, problem child.
I read the question a bit different when you said it because I was thinking, what's a problem for us? And I was going to pick Udogie as well because I think he'll be injured all the time, which then means we're relying on Robertson, who's getting on a bit all season at left back.
Okay.
So I was going to pick Udogie for that reason, but I span it as being a problem for us.
That's fine.
He's just unreliable.
Interpretation is an interpretation. I didn't necessarily think about it before I wrote the question down. To be honest, I just went with it in my head on the, off the cusp. But that's fine. Udogie for Connor. Drewski.
I can't help thinking that Bentancur might be a little bit of an issue.
No, you bastard! I was about to come in with that.
Yeah, well, you're a donut, so I got
you said Richalison. How many do you want?
Yeah, how many you want?
But you then pointed out that Richie could be on his bike. So with that,
I mean, to be fair, Bentancur could be on his bike, but I'm just going with people that are in the squad now.
So yeah, we just got to make the predictions now. You've already said Richalison.
I think Bentancur maybe just because of the amount he's got sort of fallen down the pecking order. I think he might be a little bit like, hang on, what are we doing here? I thought I was back end of last season. I thought I was doing all right, and now he's got at least 2 in front of him, if not 3, because I'm wondering if Berghvall might have gone up the pecking order.
We're like 1 knock away from Bentancur being really important for us again. So,
Can I change mine?
I think so.
No, you can't. My
Go on, you can. It's good. Go on.
I don't want Berghvall anymore. I want Van der Ven.
Ooh. Why? Because you think Senesi's going to bench him?
I think Senesi's a better. Yeah, that's why I think if he gets benched, we could. I'm doing you a favour here, Sean, backing you up a little bit. I think Van der Ven could turn into the Romero vibe, so I'm going to go Van der Ven.
I don't mind that. I don't hate that at all.
Cheeky post, just real quick, Sean, from Blaine in one of the chats. Tottenham Hotspur, this is from the Spurs web via Miguel Delaney. Tottenham Hotspur may yet go bigger than Savinho and Omar Marmoush.
Oh my God.
Who? What we do? What?
From Miguel Delaney. And he's not a man you fuck around with. He fucking says it like
Miguel
it is.
Delaney's the sort of guy that will sit you down, share his tapas with you, and then slap you around the chops.
He'll tell you a thing or two
his wife's name.
About
you don't fuck around with Miguel. You don't do it. It's that's interesting. Who could that be? We'll come back to it. That's a fascinating thing. Good share. Good share,
Blaine.
So
well
far
done,
we've got
fella.
Van der Ven 1 vote. Hugo went with initially Richalison. I'm actually going to join him on Richalison because I actually think Richalison is going to be a problem child if he's still here. Assuming he's still here, this is what we're doing here. We're on the assumption train. I think Richarlison is going to throw his toys out the pram. And I think
dummy.
Yeah, I think he can spit the dummy. Then Connor said
Udogie.
Okay. Sorry, I'll read my own writing. Jesus, I need to sort that out. Drew said Bentancur. Interesting shout. Jimbo said Udogie. Blaine said Udogie, and Kate, you have had a long time to think about it. You better come up with something interesting.
Solanke.
Solanke.
I think he won't get as many minutes as he wants, because now that little mini bomber's dropped, we may bring in someone like Harry Kane or Osherman or Alvarez. Who knows? Tottenham can do anything this window. Morgan
Who's
Gibbs
got
White.
that fucking echo going? It's you again, Hugo.
Okay, get on Wagwatch.
Hugo.
I am on Wagwatch as we speak. So yes, Solanke. I can imagine him being a bit moody.
Can't be another midfielder, surely. It's got to be somebody up top.
You don't say that to his face, Don Man. You don't say that to his face, mate. He will slap a bottle of Sanny Miggs right across your chops. That's what I've heard about him. Allegedly. All right, let's move on to the next one then. Player of the season, best player. Drewski, start with you. We'll go clockwise.
Tonali.
Interesting. Tonali.
He's going to beast that midfield.
Just going to beast it, yeah?
Yeah, I get a little lob just thinking about it.
Is he going to elevate himself? Is he going to become world-class standard?
He is.
I think he's the potential, most definitely. I think based on, I'm not even going to get into that. Yes, he will.
Is there any player in world football that wasn't world-class before the age of 28 and then became world-class after 28?
Yeah, Sandro Tonali.
He's already world class, love. Don't worry about that. He still ain't got a clue.
He sure ain't got a clue. Connor, what say you, my man?
He's only 26 Tonali as well, isn't he, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying it's going to take him a couple of years. It's going to take him a couple of years to become world class.
I don't like copying, but I was going to say Tonali as well.
Tonali, fair enough. Player of the year, Kate?
I'm really torn, but I've got to go with my guy.
Tonali,
yeah, it's got to be Tonali. Absolute beast.
Fucking hell. Blano? Sorry, not Blano. Jimbo? Savinho with that?
Yep.
Wow.
That's not happening, mate.
Yes, Jimbo.
That's not
I think
happening,
he's going to be an absolute sensation for us this year.
All right.
He's good there.
Blaine.
Just to mix it up a bit in the midfield, I'm going to say Fernandes.
Nice. I love Fernandes. He's twice the player Tonali would ever be.
Absolute beast.
He is a fucking beast, bro. People haven't seen the scratch on this guy right now. This guy is gonna rat-a-ta-ta all over everyone's grid. This entire season is going to be fucking sensational. Big up to you, Blaine, for the common sense approach. Who we got left? Hugo. No, not Hugo. James.
Yeah, I've backed myself so much into the Savio corner. I have to go Savio.
Well, you could say that you could have him for the young player of the year.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I will go Kudos then.
Wow. All right.
For the 4 games that he's fit.
I think that everyone's going to be surprised how fucking awesome we're going to be this year. We are going to be a fucking force this year. You wait and see. A force.
Yeah. I'm going to say Marmoush is going to be my player of the year. I think he's going to be absolutely sensational. So Marmoush for me. Hugo for you. Hello, Hugo.
Yeah, I'm listening.
At least make a thinking noise, Hugo.
I'm coming to you last. I'm coming to you last. If you
dead air.
I know, but everyone's taken all the really obvious ones.
You had a
who you think? Don't matter if someone else has picked him. Pick who you think.
Who you think?
All right.
Difficult.
Fucking hell. Jesus, at least it's not going to be Kudos. Tell you that for fucking.
You ain't got fucking Scooby Doo. That's why.
What's going
on? Right, who's it going to be? I am going to pick Tonali.
Okay, Tonali.
Are we asking the woman behind Hugo who she thinks as well?
No, Tottenham Hotspur isn't her thing, and I'm just about to jump off here because my work day is about to begin.
I would have thought the lunchroom at Langley was probably a bit nicer than that. What are we doing here?
Lunchroom at Langley.
Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Right?
Well, you want to be careful.
My name is Carl.
The lady behind me is
009, license to thrill.
The lady behind me is lethal, so you want to watch out.
Yeah, be careful. She's in HR. She'll get you gone quicker than you can say gunk.
She's much more dangerous than HR, mate.
All right, Hugo. I'll give you the last. If you got to go, I'll give you the last. Get the first. I'll take your answers now for these ones. Okay, I'll take the answers now so we can write them up. I'll put them on a big screen later on. Where do we finish?
On her face.
Oh, legend.
Crispy Cream special.
So Arsenal.
I said that.
So funny.
She heard that.
Fourth. We finished fourth.
Oh,
We finished fourth. Okay.
that's elite.
Most improved.
The fact that you
improved
said
player.
who said that is brilliant.
Most improved player.
Most improved player would be your boy Tel.
Good
It's not hard,
answer.
is it?
Young player of the year.
Will be Savio.
Sav. Assist maker.
Will be Maddison.
Nads. Love that. Most disappointing.
Berghvall.
And best new signing.
Best new signing. Well, depends on who Miguel Delaney reckons that we're going to bring in. But with what we know,
as of right now,
with what we know today, Marmoush.
All right, mate. Appreciate you, mate. Go and enjoy your day at work, Hugo. Love you, man. Take care, bud.
Have a good one, mate.
Bye, all. Have a good
Bye,
Friday.
Hugo.
Protect the country.
See ya.
for Queen and country, Hugo. For King and country. Let me just quickly pause this for a split second and do some of these super chats that they've been backing right up. By the way, there's 1,500 people here. Unbelievable numbers. Love to see it. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you do get over. I will drop in the links in. Connor, are you still doing the Whistle Blows? Is that still a channel that is it on hiatus or is it still going strong? What are we doing there?
No, we haven't done anything for ages, but I think we are gonna
start again. Okay, I'll drop a link in.
Thanks.
Big up to the Arctic Spurs. Says who thinks City are just squeezing an extra fee out of us for Savinho to make up for Marmoush? Then Savinho gets done and City pull out of the Marmoush deal. I did ask that question yesterday. Imagine if that was the ultimate sleight of hand, where they go, listen, just we'll get Savinho done first, but we'll all agree, right? 90 for him, 50 for the other, and then they go, we changed our mind about Marmoush. I don't think so personally. Hope not, but we shall see. We shall see.
I mean, if somebody in the background's stupid enough to let that happen, then we've had the transfer window we deserve.
100%. Uncle G says, if we also sign Marmoush, is it not worth going all out for Gibbs? It's not worth going all out for Gibbs White. Give Berghvall as bargaining power. He's saying, is it not worth going up? Give Berghvall as bargaining power to fill the number 10 position, then look for a number 9 in January, maybe Krupi. I think then we'll be seriously overloaded with 10s and 9s all over the place, right? We've got enough. I think if we get Marmoush and you get Gakpo, I think we've got enough forwards then, haven't we, for the start of the season? Surely?
Yeah. Or you get rid of Tel.
Shut the fuck up, you absolute bozo. If we get rid of him, I'm 100 million quid or otherwise, right? Because if Savinho costs 85, then Mathys Tel is over 100 all day long. You know it makes sense.
I actually hope we don't get rid of him for your sake. That's the only reason I want him to stay.
If we get rid of him, I'm going to burn things.
That's what I'm saying. I'm worried, mate.
Big up to Bertie, big up to Bertie, big up to Mark for the Jules game winding me up. Big up to Simon Foxhall for the Jules that don't wind me up. Big up. Although apparently everyone keeps getting free Jules, so I don't think those things count. I don't think they fucking count. All right, let's move on. Where did we get to? Did I give a player of the year? I don't think I did I? My player of the year award is going to be... I did say it. I said it. The night Marmoush. Yeah, I did say it. Okay, so we're done with player of the year. Yeah. Let's go for... let's move on to most disappointing player. Most disappointing player. Connor, I'll start with you.
I'm tempted to piss Flower off here.
Fuck off.
I'm going to say Savinho because I just don't think he's going to quite live up to his 75 plus 10 in his first season. That's not to write him off completely. I just think he's going to struggle to live up to it first season.
Listen, I actually think there's a conversation here. We'll have the conversation as we're saying it, because I think that my answer is going to be the same, right? But not because I want him to fail. You know it's banter, right? When I'm talking about Tel all the time, anyone that knows me knows it's banter. I do think he's better than most people who don't think he's any good at all. I think you guys are all bozos. But in terms of the banter side of it, it's a lot of just character playing and for the theatre. That said, I do also rate Savinho. I'm more than happy. I'm loving the fact that he's coming. But I do think that we have to be honest, that part of the reason why half of our fan base hate Mathys Tel or think he's dog shit is because there was a price tag that we paid for him, which most people think was unreasonable. But we've just paid twice the amount for Savinho, who is no different. They're different. They're kind of technically different players, but they're not really doing anything in either of their careers that justify the hype that they get. But if you're paying 85 million quid for Savinho, I think that he is going to have that millstone is going to get taken off of Tel's neck and put it round his. He better have a monstrous season. I hope he does. But I'm also going to go with Connor and say I completely agree. Just for the price point versus the ability for him to make everyone see the value, I'm also going to go with Savinho.
A point of patience for me. I think I think he'll end up being a good player for Tottenham. I just think the first season, it's going to take him a bit. Like Tonali for me, when we're talking about Tonali, he's guaranteed for me. There's no risk. He'll be brilliant. But I think Savinho will just take it. Yeah.
James, I'll come to you now, mate, to give your defence.
That's a disgrace, to be honest. I don't even want to. I'm not even going to get involved in that conversation. It's just a disgrace. But for me personally, the biggest flop of the season is going to be Udogie.
Okay.
Hands down, he ain't going to play. I think Robertson is getting so much flack from people that probably didn't watch Liverpool last season. The whole squad were crap last season, and it's almost like he's lost his legs. He can't do this. He can't do that. Based on one season, it's harsh for me.
So I reckon he's fit as a fiddle, James.
Mate, I reckon he's going to be our number one left back, and Udogie ain't going to play. And I think he's going to be our biggest disappointment.
Udogie is?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But because he's not going to play, or because when he does, he won't start?
Yeah, when he does, he ain't going to... I think Robertson is a lot better than what we think, so the biggest sort of failure is going to be him, because the levels are going to be far, far lower.
Okay. Jimbo?
I'm with James, Udogie. Yeah.
Udogie's getting a lot of fucking mentions in this. I almost kind of forgot he was part of the squad, to be honest, but he's getting a hell of a lot of mentions.
He's not a great player, though, is he? Really? He's probably had one or two good games since he joined, and he's been here 3 years.
I think he's regressed as well. His best performances were his early ones, to be honest. I think everyone fell in love with him and then have been let down since. It's like going out with Butler on a few dates. You know, I'm sure I have a good time the first date. By about game week 5, they're sort of going, "Oh, this guy's a fucking hamstring waiting to happen." Hey, what are you saying?
Marest has spoken on Marmoush, by the way.
Ooh, bomber pause.
He said,
I was going to drop my bomber.
He said, "I don't know. Omar is still here, still with us. A different situation to Savinho, and we'll see what happens."
Oh, he knows.
That's done, isn't it? That's done. That's done.
It's done out here.
That's a polite way of saying shit.
Yeah. If you say I don't know, it means he's fucking leaving the fucking stage exit left. Big up to that little bomber drop there. Kate, over to you.
I think Jimbo certainly won't be surprised by what I'm going to say. I'm going Conor Gallagher. I don't rate him, and I don't think he particularly suits the system. I'm not a fan, so I'm going Gallagher.
That's why you don't know ball, Kate.
He's another one that's got a millstone round his neck, though, hasn't he, Jimbo?
Yeah, he has.
That's why Kate don't know ball, Sean.
Our channel is being rebranded back to just a girl who loves Spurs. Jimbo's gone. He's like Marmoush. He's gone.
yeah. I'll do an interview. Kate, what happened to Jimbo? We don't know at the moment. He's still here. He's still part of our plan, but we'll have to see. Diplomat. You're on the bench, Jimbo. Drewski, let me bring you in. Most disappointment. I was
going to say Gallagher as well, to be honest with you. I think he's going to look like a puppy. He's going to look like a puppy playing with dogs.
Yep, agreed.
Drew, you need players like Gallagher
Yeah,
in
I
the
just
team.
agree. Yeah.
No, I mean,
Like Gallagher in the team.
I'm not saying that he's not going to do a job every now and again. I just don't think. I just think, for me, the players that we've brought in have already leveled up past him. I don't know. He's got a first touch like a teenager at a disco.
See, I'm going to go in that direction for a different question. I'm going to use Gallagher as my answer for a different question because I completely disagree with you. I think he's going to thrive. I think he's going to be undersold. He won't end up playing as soon as we get Xavi back. So sort of by the second half of the season, he'll probably be used sporadically. But assuming there'll be injuries, I think he will be the first choice when those things happen. But until then, I think he's going to do a fucking good job. And compared to how people think about him, again, millstone type player, because of the January window when everyone was looking for one of the wingers to come in and help us, and all we got was him. Again, I think he was guilty of a situation that wasn't his doing, and he was treated unfairly. Blaine, I haven't got your answer on the most disappointing.
Might rattle a few feathers on this, but I'm going to say Pedro Porro.
Oh, my captain.
So, massively great World Cup, but now that Spence is gone, he's got no competition. So, what's going to propel him on?
He's a great pro.
He might be tired, though. He might be worn out.
This is the point. If he's going to have to play pretty much every game with Archie Gray as your backup competition, keeping him at the tip top is going to be very difficult.
No, I don't hate that. I'd be surprised, though. I'm with Jimbo. I think he's a great pro. But Blaine's coming in. He hasn't been on the show for over a year, but when he comes in, he likes to drop unique answers. I think every one of your answers, Blaine, has been incredibly unique. I think you're a troublemaker, but you are a conversation starter. And we love that about you, mate.
Mr. Bomber. He's just dropping bombers everywhere.
He's dropping bombers, yeah. Absolute bomber dropper. Connor, what are you saying, my man? Most disappointing?
Did I not give an answer for this?
You already said Udogie, didn't he?
No,
did you?
No, I said Savinho, didn't I?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, I put it in the wrong. I
was
bracket.
first.
Sorry, I put it in the wrong
Sean,
bracket.
please.
We just chose to ignore that.
And then you copied my answer, Sean, remember?
Yeah, I put mine in the wrong bracket as well, dickhead.
I'm surprised you didn't say Tonali because you've never really rated him, have you, Sean?
Yeah, he's probably too short and got too much hair. Connor, this is what happens. You see, you come on, you bring the graphics and you make it look lovely, and then Sean can't even write your answer on a bit of paper.
Yeah, I know.
You want to see that? Look at my writing.
Oh my God!
My 5-year-old daughter would do a better job than that.
I can't read any of it. You know?
It's not even straight lines.
It's amazing because when you do this, it looks like you've got thumbs.
Superb. I ain't got those opposable thumbs. Can't write like Bugsy. All right, so where do we get to then? Best newcomer. Hugo said Marmoush. I'm going to go first this one. I'm going to say the best newcomer for me is going to be Senesi. I think he's going to be a fucking rock star. And I quite liked the opinion that James dropped earlier. That Van der Ven might become the biggest problem because Senesi is going to be eating his lunch all day. I quite like that. James, I'll come to you, mate.
Yeah, with that, mate, if I'm being honest, if we're going by who had the best season last season as well, it was by far Senesi, right? It definitely was. But I've backed myself into a corner where I'll back my boy, and mine's going to be Savio. There's no question it's Savio. I'm going to throw my thing on it. I think he gets 18 GA plus.
Wow.
So if you expect Mathys Tel to have 13 GA in order for him to have a good season,
I don't expect him to have a good season.
What's your
James? Is that just in the league as well?
No, all comps, minimum of 18 GA.
He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that in a fucking month, fucking 2 seasons, let alone 1. But yeah, listen, I'll let you hang yourself. Let's go for Kate's answer.
I've got to stick with my guy as well. I'm going Tonali.
Tonali. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Best newcomer, Blaine.
Same again, sticking with Fernandes.
Drewski.
Matheus Fernandes.
Okay. Who else? Someone else. Connor.
Well, I picked him for player of the season, so he's got to be the best newcomer by that definition. Tonali.
Yes.
Tonali. And Jimbo.
When Drew talks, I have to keep putting myself on silent.
He's so funny, isn't he? He's just so funny.
I'm going to go. I was going to go Savinho, but I'm going to go different to James this time. I'm going to go Fernandes. But I do fancy Savinho as well. But I'll go Fernandes.
Jimmy, Savio get a minimum of 18 GA, mate. I can't talk to these guys.
I think that's a little bit higher, James, if you want me to be honest. I think he's going to get maybe 15.
Nah,
not horrible.
Better than short.
Savinho's doing his media, so it should be shown later. Oh, that's interesting. Crispy bacon. How do you know that?
Did he play tomorrow? Someone else.
He can't play tomorrow.
He definitely can't. Oh, okay. Because I read both this morning and I was like, what's going on?
No, he's definitely not because he didn't get the paperwork had to be in by 12 o'clock and he hasn't done his medical. Let's go to most improved player from last season. So it has to be a player that was at the club. Well, it doesn't have to be. If they had a shit show where else they could have been, I guess.
Can
they
I
could.
go first?
I'll go first if you want.
No, I want to go first because I need a wee.
On that basis, Jimbo, go first.
I'll go Tel.
You go and tell. Mathys Tel.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he had a fucking good season last year, so I don't know what we're doing.
I think he's going to carry on from pre-season.
Nice. Kate, go on then.
Kinsky for me. I think he's going to
good shout.
Good shout. That is a good shout. Drewski.
Fuck. I'm going to go Tel as well.
See, everyone's coming around. Everyone's coming.
I've been on the day. I've been there all day, mate. I've been there since day one.
I know you. But there's going to be a few more tells, I think, in this answer. But isn't there, Blaine? Isn't there going to be another answer there? Most improved player. Isn't there, Blaine?
Kinsky.
Oh, you.
Fucking what we doing here? That's a really good shout, to be fair.
Connor, most improved.
Porro. I don't think Porro had a good season last season, and I think he's going to absolutely opposite to Blaine. I think he's going to absolutely thrive under De Zerbi.
That's all right. You're okay to be a donut, Connors. No hard feelings.
I think De Zerbi will maximise him through the system. You started to see it towards the end of the season, and the only reason I wouldn't say Kinsky is because I think Kinsky, based on what he actually played last year, had a really good season last year. So I think he'll just carry that on.
James,
what was the exact question again? I just want to make sure the exact question was what? Sorry.
Most improved player.
Most improved. Okay. For me, it's going to be Tel. And my reason for that is because Tel was so shit last year. He cannot be any worse than that. So I'm glad Tel.
Baseline benchmark analysis. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm going to go for Conor Gallagher.
He was good though, no?
But I'm basing it on improved in the eyes of the donuts in the fan base that gave him a hard time. I think they're going to fall in love with him this year, personally. I think he's going to be very, very good.
I don't think they will. You know why? Because he's got a baby on the way. So he's going to have them tired nights, you know.
Mate, when you're a multi-millionaire, you employ the help. You get the help.
Don't matter, baby. Still wake you up whether you've got help or not.
When you've got a 12-room mansion, Conor Gallagher. Listen, do you ever think he has a sleepless night with that perfect fucking skin complexion?
It's amazing what makeup and lotions and potions can do. Trust me, Shawnee. Trust me.
Conor Gallagher, if he wasn't a footballer, he'd be a boy band. He'd be in a boy band, you know. Let's. Okay, so we got most improved. We got James saying Tel. Hugo said Tel. I said Gallagher. Connor said Porro. Drew said Tel. Jimbo said Tel. Blaine said Kinsky, and Kate said Kinsky. Okay, cool. Best assists maker. I'll go first on this one. I'll get the ball rolling. We'll get it done quickly, right? Because I know what you're all going to say. Obviously, Mathys Tel for Butler. What are we doing here?
Savinho for me.
You bozo, Jimbo. You fucking bozo. Sav. Okay. Drew? You all right, Drew?
He's pretending to be frozen, isn't he?
Might be frozen. Connor, we'll come to you.
Maddison.
You'll go. Oh, that's a good shout, actually. Maddison, yes, good shout. His numbers are when he's had a good season. He's fully fit. He's unbelievable. Drew, you back? No, he's not back. Kate, what are you saying?
Oh,
am I not?
Oh, I don't know who to say.
Just quickly, shout out to Irish Hotspur, mate. I hope you're okay, bro. I know you're going through some stuff. I hope all is good with you, Davey boy.
Can you move on to someone else again? Let me think, because I've just weed and I need to think again.
Okay.
Jesus.
Best assist.
Do you want me to go? I think it's fair.
Someone else go.
For me, it's easy. If he stays fit, it's Maddison. The guy's numbers when he is fit are an absolute joke. I think he could fall into all of these categories: goals, best player, all of them. But my biggest concern is him being fit. If he's fit, again, I can't see him getting anything less than 10, 15 plus assists, at least.
All right, Maddison, it is. I don't disagree, to be honest. I probably should have made that call because, I mean, Tel's going to get 15 assists, but maybe Maddison can get 16. What are you saying, Drew? Are you back in the game now?
Am I back in the game? Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties. I was actually going to go Madders as well, but again, the caveat, he has to stay fit. Otherwise, I think Kudus might be a good shout, but he's got to stay fit as well. So I don't know. I'll say Madders just to give you a definitive answer.
Blaine?
I'm going to bastardize Drew here because he just picked it right off my tongue. I was going to say Kudus. Look at how he started last season.
Yeah. He's going to benefit so much from having extra weeks on the bench when Savinho needs to get his spot. Mathys Tel is going to obviously...
No. RDZ's already said he wants to play more centrally, so you're going to see a lot more of him, you think?
Has he actually said that? I haven't seen that. Has he actually said that?
There was some talk in the Twitter sphere around it, James, yeah.
Oh, no.
I think when he was linked with him for Brighton, that's where he was going to play him if Brighton signed him. I think that's...
But then,
so we're saying Savinho on the right, Kudus in the 10, Tel on the left, Marmoush in the 9. Where does Maddison fit in?
I was going to ask. Gakpo. Yeah. Maddison and Gakpo. Well, Tel's obviously on the bench, but Gakpo.
Oh, it's such a problem having depth, guys.
Well, that's true.
It's not a problem. It's a problem for my bets. It's a problem for my bets because if Tel is actually used in rotation, disgustingly, then he might not be able to get his 13 GA, you know?
I've had a think, Shawnee. I'm ready.
Oh, okay, great. As long as you're ready, Kate.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's a bit left field, but I had to have a good thorough think. And I'm going Pedro Porro.
Yeah, donut answer.
Top assist.
I bet you now, Shawnee, I will say it live, that Porro gets more assists than Mathys Tel.
You're on. How much? Any amount of money you want. How much you want? Any amount.
No, we bet a shirt or something.
Okay, jersey, code Sean 10 at checkout. Done.
Yeah, legend.
I'll get you a Porro shirt and you get me a Tel shirt, all right?
You can get a Kate and Jimbo tattoo and I'll get a Spurs talk show. It's entirely up to you.
How much of the shirt's an okay jersey, Sean?
About
15 quid.
15
I'll
quid,
send you the money in a minute.
I'm telling you now. How it is, Jimbo.
I don't hate that bet, Kate. Do you know? I don't hate it. I think Porro gets 7-8 assists, right?
And Tel is going to be
Porro
benched.
gets 4 or 5 assists. Mathys Tel gets that done before the end of September. What the fuck are we talking
you're a
about
legend,
here?
mate. You're an
What
absolute
are we
legend.
talking about? Mathys
Sean.
Tel, you're gonna fucking regret the day that you fucking doubted Mathys Tel, Kate.
Sean, I'm telling you now. Tel is going to be benched. There's no doubt about it. And Porro is going to step up and get at least 8 to 10. And I am telling you now, he gets
He's
more.
never got 8 to 10 assists in his life.
But he's never won the World Cup in his life. He's buzzing, man. I've spoke to him and he's bang up for it.
Oh, have you?
Bang up.
Had a word with the missus.
All right, let's go for biggest surprise. Either way, you can take it either way. Surprise to the downside or surprise to the upside. It also could be anything else, right? It could be De Zerbi throwing his toys out of the pram and leaving after 3 minutes. It could be.
Could you imagine?
It could be the ownership sacking him for slagging him off and not signing him. Harry Kane. Biggest surprise. Take it how you want. Connor, your eyes are wide open, mate. You're thinking about this one. Biggest surprise. You were thinking about something else, weren't you, entirely?
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah. Biggest surprise. I think we win our first FA Cup since 1991.
FA Cup.
Savio, the goal scorer.
This one's so easy.
Biggest surprise of the season is that we lift the trophy, yeah? The FA Cup specifically. All right. Jimbo, you've got an obvious answer. What are you saying?
We win the league.
Yeah. Yes. League Championes.
Is that a surprise?
Not to Jimbo.
It's going to be. No one's going to believe we're going to do it, but we're going to fucking do it.
Magnum getting naming rights, Sully. The Magnum Stadium. I'll fucking never leave. I'll just sleep in the toilets.com. Hello? I won't sleep very much. Let's go for Blaine. What's the biggest surprise of the season?
That we beat Chelsea.
Sean, just to let you know,
there's a mini bomber.
De Zerbi's just come out with the captain and leadership group. Sorry, Blaine.
Oh, is the press conference on?
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 minutes it's on.
That's a surprise.
Oh, well, watch
the
it.
captain is Ratatata.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Can we all guess? Can we guess before? I'm going to say Porro.
I've already looked at it, so I'm exempt.
I know. So.
I already know.
Is it going to be? Can anyone tell me? Is there a live stream of the?
If you go on the Spurs Twitter, just put a link out, mate. No, I don't think it's like just an art.
Who is it then? Come on, everyone knows but me. What's going on?
Van der Ven.
Van der Ven with Porro as assistant.
Fuck off.
Ben Davies.
Really? You don't know that, James?
I don't even want him in the team.
Who's captain?
Van der Ven.
Captain's Van der Ven, and then the leadership group is Porro, Ben Davies, James Maddison, and Archie Gray.
Said Archie Gray would be in the leadership group. I called it.
I don't even want Van der Ven in the team.
He likes Gray.
Hang on, what are the answers? What are the answers to those things? Who said what for the biggest surprise then? All I've got so far is Connor saying FA Cup, Jimbo saying league champions. What else was just said?
I said we're going to beat Chelsea away from home.
Beat Chelsea.
Go on, Blaine. Love
away.
it.
I love that.
Fuck it. Chelsea away from home and Arsenal home and away.
Oh, Blaine.
Yes, Blaine.
I'm getting a semi here.
Kids, what about there, would you?
I was going to go with something along those lines. I think we'll have a positive points against London teams, because we've been so bad just in general at London derbies. So I was going to go with more London points home and away versus them up the road, Chelsea and whichever other lot might still be around.
London derby dominance.
Yeah.
I'm loving this stream.
Great way of putting it.
Yeah, trying to get to the point, because that's...
No, exactly. That's what you do, Sean. It's what you do.
Oh, it's not what I ever do, is it? It's not.
No, it's not.
The biggest surprise for... I didn't actually ask you about that one. I forgot. James, what's your surprise of the season?
I was going to say Van de Ven being dropped, but I can't really go down that route now, can I? Cheers, Spurs.
Why can't you do that? What's the story?
Well, he's captain.
He's the captain.
Micky Van de Ven's the captain.
Yeah.
Sean, where have you been for the last 2 minutes?
What are you doing?
I thought the fucking press conference is on. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
He's
But-
captain.
Van de Ven is captain.
Right,
Porro
we will talk about that. We'll just finish this off and then we'll talk about that. Go on.
Oh, okay. We ain't going to lose more than 2 games at home all season.
Love it.
Yes.
Two
Fortress. The
losses at
fortress.
Philip
Like
in the
Helm's
chat just said
fucking
we won't
deep.
lose all season at home.
Wow.
All right.
Unbeaten
On that,
at
mate,
home.
Kate, have you given yours?
No, mine is Kinsky will win the Golden Glove.
Oh, that's a good one.
What are you doing?
We are out of control here.
We are ludicrous. We are
Can
absolutely
you imagine if we have a
fucking
mayor of a
shameless.
season?
Yeah.
Great stream. Great stream.
Yeah, good stream.
The delusions are grandiose. They're grandiose. My surprise of the season is going to be. It's going to be. Tottenham lift a cup. I'm going to go a bit boring, but I'm going to go Connor on it. Lift a cup.
17 3 times in a row. No.
Lift a cup. All right, listen. Let's talk. Then I'll come back to that. There's another question at the end, but that's where do we finish? Let's talk about Micky Van de Ven as captain.
Mm-hmm.
What's the consequences of that in your mind, then, Drew?
Do you know what? I genuinely believe, and I've held my hands up and said, because I kind of thought he was the rat. I've said it, and I've given my apology. Having looked back at last season, given the fact that he was one of the players that played the most minutes, given that he'd had trouble playing minutes the previous 2 seasons, I think the shine has been taken off him because of the little spat that he had with the fans when he walked over. Him and I think Porro and maybe Palhinha. But I don't see Porro. Porro hasn't had any flack for that. And he was over there doing it as well. So I just think ultimately, at the end of the day, he had a really, really good season last season. And I think he's going to prove a few people wrong and show how much he loves this club this year. I mean, I think it's a pretty good choice. And I know I'll probably get stick for that. But I think it's a good one.
I don't think it's a bad one in terms of. I don't think there was any clear candidate, but I do prefer him because I think he's more. I think he'll take things more seriously. If he's the captain as well, it will keep him on his. Should keep him more diligent and professional. I don't hate it, but you asked me last night this, Kate, and I said I don't think that there's a clear candidate either way. I wasn't particularly impressed with Maddison. I think he plays with his hair too much, you know. What you saying, Blaine? What's your thoughts on the?
I mean, I can see why the teams or why the club's done it. Sorry, but I don't know. You think back 12 months ago, he was wanting to leave. What's this guy's commitment going to be like to the cause overall? I don't know.
Was that true?
Was he wanting to leave, or was he just sick of Frank like the rest of us?
Well, the thing is, though, did he? There was a lot of rubbish going around about everyone wanting to lose so they could leave and stuff. And in fairness, he was the only guy that come out and said that's not true, right? Yeah. He was the only one that come out and said it hurts when we lose. That's not true. So hard because you never believe anything media says.
Don't know, James. I mean, like if you think back 12 months ago, the amount of media speculation about him linked to Liverpool, he's a childhood fan. Is he to go there? There's got to be some element of truth to it. Now, how much, we don't know, of course, but I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me, giving it to VDV. I'd have preferred Porro, personally, but...
Just a point on that. You know what the media can be like with Tottenham, though, and I'm not trying to be like a sad they're there, but they do have a tendency. Any time we do have a half decent player, like we've had in the past, they do their best to try and sell those players to what they consider to be the top 4 team. Like it always just seems to be the way. So as much as there was that, I'm inclined to believe it was as much media pushing it as it was his camp saying anything. But then I don't know. It might be 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You never do know.
Fair point.
Jimbo, captain, happy?
Well, I actually said that I thought it would be Van der Ven, but I wanted Madders. But I think that everyone, the people that are giving Van der Ven stick, I think they're being a bit harsh. I asked Kate about 4 times last season if I could stop supporting Spurs and go to City, because I wanted out as well. I mean, I was fucking so depressed with this team, and you could see when he come off the pitch, he just wasn't happy, and I can understand that. The shit football we was playing, all the injuries. Frank was just fucking so bad, it was unbelievable. I think he loves this club, I really do, and I think he's proved that by the contract he signed. He's buying into the.
Doesn't this all ring a little bit familiar though, mate? Doesn't it all ring a little bit familiar that last season Romero signed a contract, inserted a clause, got the pay jump, got the fucking captain's armband, and then fucked off and couldn't wait to leave?
Please don't put them in the same category, Sean. Please. Van der Ven's head and shoulders above Romero as a person. And I believe he loves his club, and I think it's a good choice. And I think we're going to see a completely different Van der Ven. All these players want, right? And I don't give a shit what anyone says. My opinion is Van der Ven's world class. There's not many centre backs as good as him. He is fucking up there, and he wants a good team around him, and he wants to win stuff. So now we've built this team that's going to win the Premier League. He's going to be happy and he's going to shine. And I have to say, I've actually got butterflies in my stomach about this season. I'm fucking so stoked about this season. I think we're going to really kick ass.
He's not world class, Jimbo.
It fucking is world class.
What is that?
Is it not lunchtime yet?
Sort your life out, mate.
Is it not lunchtime yet?
Yeah, you know where the cooker
is. Is that your way of saying to jump up and make Daddy a sandwich?
Daddy can make his own sandwich, the cheeky bastard.
He's a brilliant defender. Brilliant.
He's not world class, Jim. Don't be ridiculous.
He is, in my opinion.
He's not world class.
He's not world
class.
Thank
you, James.
Tonali is world class.
Well, you'll see at the end of the season. You'll see. This team's going to absolutely kick ass.
Oh, Danny, welcome, Danny, mate. You got a fucking echo, bro. Like, what are we doing? Can you hear us?
Where's his camera as well? Kick him.
I do. Yeah, I'm going to kick him.
No, I look bad. What have you done? You just fucking.
He can come back in. All right, listen. There's quotes coming out regarding some of the press conference. We're going to come to that in just a minute. Just to quickly round off, Connor, how do you feel about Micky Van der Ven? He was everyone's rat last year, wasn't he? We were all talking about, is he the rat? Is he the geezer? But now he's captain. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Connor? I don't mind him being the captain, but I do see a little bit of a resemblance to the whole Romero situation.
Yeah, a little bit. I do agree with the guys, though. I do think he just didn't like Frank last year.
Sorry, just kind of real quick. We're also comparing a guy that stood in our training facility and flirted with La Liga versus somebody that left his blood on the pitch during that last fucking game. So
I mean, for me with the captain thing, we spoke about it last night, didn't we? I just don't think captains matter as much anymore as they used to anyway, to be honest. I think, I don't think it has. I would have picked Maddison. The leadership group as a whole is a bit surprising to me because it's Porro, Davis, Maddison and Archie Gray. He obviously didn't want to pick any of the new signings. Maybe that's intentional, but I would have had a Robbo and a Tonali in there. I think particularly Robertson, but maybe he's doing that anyway without being named.
The only thing I want Archie Gray to lead him down to a barber's and cut that fucking booth on a little bit shorter. I mean, what are we doing here?
I'm
that is influenced by.
I'm so jealous because I've got no hair and I need a hair transplant. Let's just diss every footballer with hair.
All right, Kate, leave bald men alone, all right?
Blaine, it looks lovely on you.
Crimes against Buffon. Crimes against Buffon. What are we doing?
Okay, I think Sean should shave it all off.
Oh, he's here, is he? Oh, well done, Danny. Thanks for joining, mate. Thanks for joining. He's
rebuilding. Where's the camera? Where's the
camera, Danny? Where's your camera, mate? You're too scared to put your face.
It's too hot and I'm too naked.
No, I'm doing my rewiring setup in my apartment, so.
Yeah, but how is it that your computer is in bits? You're rebuilding it, but you still can come on the show. How's that?
I'm on my phone. On my
mobile. Then turn the fucking camera on. Got you.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. Just want to let you know that.
Got you like a fucking. It was like a fucking carp, not a very intelligent one at that.
No way.
I can't put my camera on because my computer's in bits. You're on your phone. Your phone has.
I'm not gonna. I can't use it because it takes up too much battery. It drains it too quickly.
Plug it in.
This is not a podcast, mate. This is a fucking live stream. People want to see your ugly face, okay? You've got 5 seconds to put it on, or we're going to kick you out.
Kick me out then.
And that's the end of that.
I thought he didn't have his cameras. He didn't want to make you jealous with his long hair. That's what I thought. But, you know. Look,
where do we get to? Who hasn't spoken about Micky van der Ven as captain?
Me.
Oh, you've got your answer ready now, have you, Kate? You got your answer ready?
Yeah.
I go last.
I think it could never be Maddison. It couldn't be Maddison, I'm afraid. It just can't. He's not fit enough. And I love how he's fully coys. And I think the way he speaks our club makes me, fanny flutters and all sorts. But the fact of the matter is, to be a captain, you've got to be playing pretty much every game. And which is why I wanted Porro. But I think Van der Ven with Porro as vice captain is great. I think he's brought in Archie Gray to boost his confidence and to say to him, look, you might not be a starting player, but you're part of our team. You're part of what we're building for the future, and to kind of keep him sweet. So Ben Davies is Daddy Davis. I've always got massive respect for him. I know he gets a lot of hate, but I don't think he's ever let the club down. And I'd just like to say Sizzy got this one wrong because they tweeted ages ago that Maddison was going to be captain, and they was wrong there. So, but yeah, good choice.
It was interesting hearing Sizzy's voice last night at the 1:30 a.m. The spaces that rocked up. I think Johnny, my man Johnny, love Johnny to pieces. I think you might have had a few sherbets. I think you had a few red wines because I like to see Billy T going. There's a space going on with Sizzy and with this guy with Spurs Army tweets or whatever, and I sort of dialed in. And then within 3 seconds, I see Johnny's logo pop up into the thing, and then he immediately pushes request to speak, pops into the speakers list, and then immediately starts talking. And it's a little bit slurry worded. I was like, "Hey, go on, Johnny, get chiming in there." And then Johnny said, to Johnny's credit, he goes, "I'd be very surprised if Savinho starts tomorrow on Saturday." And then Sizzy went, "I'd actually be really surprised if he didn't." And at that point, when you've got an ITK saying, basically, Johnny, you're entirely wrong, you might have fallen back in your shell. But as it turns out, Johnny was right and Sizzy was fucking wrong. So congratulations to Johnny for getting the call absolutely hard,
Did he tell him he was wrong, like he knows best, or did he?
No, he didn't. He actually went, no, listen, I'd love it. I'd love it if Savinho started. He kind of went back into his shell a little bit when Sizzy told him. But it turned out Johnny was actually correct and Sizzy was wrong. So,
well, it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Who knows? The paperwork may have been done. They're keeping it secret.
No, we do have the team news. We know the team news, don't we, Connor? I think you put it in the private chat, right? Do you want to tell us the team news? Got a bit of that. What's the team news, Connor?
Van der Ven and Porro are out of the squad. Sarr felt pain today, so they won't take the risk. Obviously, it's because they're trying to sell him. Kudus close to a return, and then Solanke, Maddison, Udogie, and Fernandes are all in the squad.
Ooh, good time.
So it's going to be Gray right back then, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be Gray right back. Yeah, it's going to be Gray right back.
Who's their left wing? It's Shard. Is it Shard their left winger?
Yeah.
Hey.
Kevin Sade, super quick.
It's interesting how different the team.
Smooth
different the team is going to be for the Newcastle game compared to this Brentford one.
Yeah,
you're gonna have 5 or 6 changes probably.
Yeah, Porro will be in. Micky van der Ven. Is Micky in? Did you say he's not in?
No.
Is he?
No, he's not in the squad. No.
Just quickly, just before we move on, because I'll bring up the other quotes from the press conference that are coming through. James, you said you thought the biggest disappointment. What was it? Who was it? You said the problem child. You said was going to be Micky. The fact that he's captain, he might still be a problem child. But do we assume then that maybe Senesi will be frustrated by the fact that he's not going to get as many minutes if Micky van der Ven's captain?
Yeah, I'm a little bit gutted. I'm not gutted. It's good to have competition, but out of every centre back we've got at the club, for me, the best one last season by far was Senesi. He had the best season for me. I looked at him, and even in pre-season, I felt like he was the better one out of the two. So I'm a little bit. If it's the case, for all we know, we might go 3 at the back. I mean, no one knows yet, right? But for me, yeah, I thought that Senesi would could take Van der Ven's spot, and he still may. Who knows?
So I think with Van der Ven, and the reason why I think he'll always pick Van der Ven is I think if you pick Senesi and Van Hecke together, particularly if Robbo's playing as well, we lack pace at the back, and I think Van der Ven has got obviously some faults, and I think he's, we've spoke about it before, but I think he's got that unicorn ability of just having that unbelievable pace, and I think that's going to be big. We lost Spence as well now, who also was an option for pace. We don't have that much
with
pace.
that though, mate. With that, I would completely agree. If I was to predict that we're not going to have the ball, his pace is redundant if we're going to keep the ball for 90% of the game, right?
Yeah, although then you get hit on the transition, right, when you're attacking. So maybe you're thinking.
But if his passing ability isn't as good as Senesi and he gives away the ball more times than Senesi, then it's kind of catch-22, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's okay, isn't he, on the ball, Van der Ven? He's not as good as Senesi and Van Hecke for sure. But I think that might be what he's thinking. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It's a nice problem to have again, isn't it? I mean, there's games you could put Van der Ven at left back. You could go 3 at the back.
I'm surprised that Senesi would sign if he had an idea that he was going to be benched to Van der Ven when he was being linked with Liverpool's and all sorts, right?
There'll be opportunities for both of them. I just hope it's a meritocracy. I disagree with. I'm not so sure if Jimbo was saying he wants it this way, but I think he's saying he thinks it will be this way. I don't want it to be a situation where De Zerbi has his starting 11, and then as soon as they're fit, they come back in immediately, like Ange did. Right, when certain players like Spence came in and did really good shifts, and he was taking credit for it was me that kind of got Jed Spence there, and then as soon as Udogie was back in, Jed Spence was benched again. I don't want that to be a situation. I want a situation in life generally, and certainly in football. I think that you should play your players that are playing the best, even if they're not necessarily your best players, because you get better outcomes out of momentum and positivity and form than you do out of this idea of class is permanent. Right, fair enough, but form is temporary. So you play players that are playing well until they're not playing well. And when you have that many opportunities, when you have that many talented players in the squad, if he goes into the season with, as soon as these guys are fit, the rest, no matter how well they're doing, they're back on the bench, I think it sets a horrible precedent. I would always want to be in an environment where if you've let yourself down, there's consequences for your action, and then you watch someone else who's taken your place, whether you think that you're better than them or otherwise. If they're kicking goals and doing things, if they're metaphorically kicking goals and outperforming you, then you should sit there and use that as a catalyst. The only problem with the catalyst is that it can provide reasons to be selfish, because you think, well, when I finally get my chance again, if I don't score, then I'm not going to be playing again, and so therefore you might choose to shoot when you should have chosen to pass, etc. So there's consequences to both sides of the argument. However, I don't want an environment whereby, where Senesi doesn't play if Micky van der Ven is fit. I don't want that. I don't want a situation where Savinho doesn't play if Kudus is fit. I don't want a situation. I want a situation where when Savinho plays, I want a situation where whoever is playing, if they do well, if they contribute, and if they are informed, then they continue to get their chance, and it will make everyone sharper. A rising tide lifts all ships. That's my take on it.
Sean, I was watching a program on De Zerbi the other day. It was really good, and he will drop players right if they're not doing what he wants. When he had Mason Greenwood had scored 4 in 5, and he told him, "You're not working hard enough for the team off the ball," and he carried on not working hard. He dropped him, and he was their top scorer. And he's got no problems with dropping people. He doesn't give a shit. So it will be the ones who are playing the best and working the hardest will be in the team for sure. So that's going to make the others pick up their game as well.
Yeah. No, I hope so. I
think he's just going to try and overall just do a better job of balancing out the minutes. Like the one thing the last 2-3 years, I think we said it earlier, like we've just like flogged the starting 11 like a dead horse. And to be able to, especially with the 5 substitutions, to be able to, you know, give people 60 minutes and 30 minutes, and then the person that had 30 minutes, he maybe starts and gets 60 minutes next time, while the person that started gets the 30, and, you know, just things like that. It's just going to help everybody to be able to level up without having to push anybody and red line people like we have done in the past, you know.
I agree with this, and I also feel like if you actually add our full squad back, like I think it's easily a top 4 squad. I mean, you've got people forgetting Xavi Simons, Odegaard. I'm not a fan. Kulu, good sub for me. Tel, I know, like I give him stick. I think he's a good sub guy to have to bring on. Bentancur, if we keep him, again, not the end of the world. Berghvall, not the end of the world. Like they're good players. Senesi or Van der Ven or Danso. They've all could do a job in a certain situation. So for me, if we could get everyone fit, I think you would naturally just see the increase of everybody.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you.
Do you agree Tel's a good sub player? Is that what?
No, I agree with your overall sentiment, but I don't agree.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't. Whatever De Zerbi wants, De Zerbi gets. If you have my opinion right now, and I'm parking all the fucking. I know people want get this right. It's just banter. I've always said if Tottenham bring in a world class left winger, a top draw left winger, I'm happy. Well, who's that?
Senesi. What are you on about?
Senesi.
Yeah. Not Senesi.
Savio's a right winger that can do.
No. Savio plays where he wants, mate.
Listen, I don't think Savinho benches Tel just because he's 85 million quid. I think that if that's the case, that's a problem for me. I'd like to see them both have a chance. I'd like to see both of them how they do.
Agreed.
Both of them how they do. I don't think either of them are superior to either or. Anyone that does, you have never managed to convince me, other than the fact that you like to see someone doing pirouettes. I want him to succeed, Savio. I really do. If he succeeds on the left-hand side, so be it. If it is Savio and Kudos, so be it. That's fine. As long as Tottenham win, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Mathys Tel isn't my son. I don't care. But I don't think Mathys Tel has done anything wrong. I think his preseason, he was the best player in preseason.
Yeah.
If you do not give him the starting berth against Brentford to prove himself in the Premier League, and if he doesn't do anything well enough in the game against Brentford, and Savinho does materially better in the Charlton game, for example, then and if Kudus is backed by Newcastle, then look, if Mathys Tel scores a couple of goals or sets up and has amazing chances, and Savio doesn't, then for me, Tel starts ahead of Savio. If it's the other way around, then Savio starts ahead of Tel. It's not like my position is pretty clear on this.
Yeah. For me, the best way to get the best gladiator is throw a bone, right? You throw 2 dogs a bone, they're going to be fighting to the end, and that for me is the way forward. Absolutely.
Blaine is just let me know he's leaving. Blaine, before you do go, mate, I've just seen you've dropped another 10. It's 50 memberships in the last 3 days, Blaine. Mate, your generosity is unbelievable. I can't actually. The only thing that's more unbelievable than your generosity in this fan base, my man, is the fact that your camera is 20 centimeters in front of your face, yet it looks like it's about 3 meters away. It's actually insane. You must have some fucking wide lens or something on it, which is creating some depth. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it's just the laptop. It's whatever way it comes.
It's amazing, man. It looks like you're about 4 meters away. You know. Tell you what I would do if I were you, mate. I would record yourself before you go on Tinder, right? Get your fucking old man out and put it in that camera. It's really 3 centimeters away, but it looks like it's 3 meters. That fucking thing's gonna look like an absolute weapon. Use it to your advantage, bro. Use it to your advantage.
Mate, one thing, Blaine, I'm going to try my best as well. Get tickets for Palace and try to get a hotel somewhere and all meet up. So we'll have that conversation off. But
can I just say
where's that? Just Kate, 1 second. So, what's the hotel that you booked for Drew?
Oh God, I sent it to Kate earlier too. I
Yeah,
can't
I'll
even remember
send
the
it
name
to
of it.
James. I'll send it to James.
I don't know if I want to be in the same fucking hotel.
You'll be in the same room, mate, and you'll like it.
100%. Yeah, we'll sort that out. But
That won't even be in the hotel, mate. That'll be in the banana rooms.
yeah, mate, I'm all over that. Don't worry about that.
Oh, we're doing Living on a Prayer. Whoa! Way there! We're doing that fucking 3 o'clock in the morning Drewski on Friday night. We're doing it, bro.
Can I just say something about the Palace game? A really nice guy that I streamed with back in, he said it was between January and April. He's in your chat, Simon Foxall. He's offered me and Jim his season tickets. He's got 3 for the Palace game.
Wow.
So complimentary,
Nice.
which is so kind. His name's Simon Foxall. He just got a free membership.
What time in the chat is it?
Oh, I don't know. He's been messaging me. He messaged me in the chat and then he messaged me on Twitter and said, I've got 3 tickets. You and Jim are having 2 for bringing some sunshine into our lives.
There we go. The whole crew's coming together for Halloween. Should we all dress up? Should we all dress up as well? Get costumes going on.
Don't need to, mate. You're all good.
Oh, I'll dress up as a bottle of Magnum.
So there's already a couple of clowns here, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, bring the donut costume.
Yeah,
there we go.
Give James a donut costume.
Yeah, I'll bring Drew. I'll bring Kate the flip flop costume for sure. That's definitely what I'll be doing. 100% so.
2:19 p.m. apparently was the chat according to Connor.
What time is it?
2:19.
2:19. He sent a message. Simon Foxall did. Yeah.
Very cool, Simon Foxall. Where are you, mate? Let me bring it up.
Very kind of you, Simon.
So kind, unbelievably kind.
Simon Foxall.
Yeah.
Is it Palace at home or away?
At home.
Obviously at home, you fucking idiot.
Well, no, I was asking because you was going to Palace fan gave him a ticket.
Really, James?
That's why I was asking. Well, you said a Palace fan's giving him a season tickets. That's why I was asking.
No, I didn't. I said
you did.
Friend, someone I've streamed with, is giving us his tickets. He's got 3 season tickets, and he's offered me and Jimbo 2.
I thought you said a Palace fan.
He's
sorry.
a Spurs fan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said a Palace fan. My bad.
How unbelievably appropriate is it that the guy who's gifted you 2 season tickets to the game is also someone that just received a membership from Blano? I mean, like the world is working in unbelievable synchronicity there. Blaine, thank you so much for the 10 memberships. Whoever else received it, obviously Simon's one of them. Whoever else received it, but also Simon, thank you so much for offering the chance for Kate and Jimbo to come down.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to stay in the same hotel. Even if Drew's staying in one and James is staying in the other, I'm going to book rooms in both so I can irritate both of them throughout the night.
Good, I'd say we just split it, fucking same room, mate. I'll fucking show you a good night.
Let's get a 20-man room.
Let's do that.
After a couple, I'll sleep on the bench. I ain't fussed, mate. You can see a lot worse.
Yeah. Is there any lakes in go to? I doubt it.
Me and Jimbo are sharing our bed with anyone. We don't mind.
Listen, Blaine, mate, thank you so much for coming on, bro.
Legend, Blaine.
So lovely.
Yes, Blaine. Unbelievable.
Always good to see you guys. Catch you soon.
I'll catch up with you off air, Blaine. We'll get it all sorted out, mate. Thank you again, mate. I can't believe it.
We've got to drop as well because Jim needs his dinner. He's moaning.
I've got to take care of my dogs as well. They've been so patient just sitting here with me. So
Bugsy's been not rocking into my door. I had to close the door because she was barking. Now I can hear her going. She's rocking into it, going, "Oi! I know what you're doing. Take me out. Take me out." Appreciate you, Kate. Appreciate you, Jimbo. I'll plug his channel in a second. Guys, get over to Kate and Jimbo. You know where to go right now. Just look up Kate and Jimbo on YouTube. Subscribe to them. Make them grow like the legends that they should. I'll be plugging your channel in a second, guys. Let me just get it up. But for now,
see you later, everyone.
See you later. We're
Legends,
live.
Legends.
Half past 4 on Kate and Jimbo's. I'll let everyone know. Cheers, Kate.
Take care.
Take care. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Drewski, mate, you're coming over.
Unbelievable.
And you're not flying. You're not flying via fucking Shanghai, mate. I don't know if there might be.
No, he's doing it. He's already had a word with me. It's like Chicago and KC, Chicago, London. So all good.
You excited?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's going to be buzzing. Absolutely buzzing.
Blaine said to me, you take him out Friday night, right? And I was like, yeah, I'll take, because he's coming over early Saturday morning or late Friday night. I was like, yeah, I'll take him out. I was like, I'll get him smashed up in Tottenham or wherever we're going to meet up, wherever his hotel will be. And I was like, actually, I think maybe Drew might be teetotal these days, apart from what he smokes. But in terms of the alcohol, I was like, listen. No one likes a quitter forever, It's right. Through, but listen, magnums are going to have to magnum. Okay,
content's got a content, right? You know what I mean? Even if it is you holding my hair back while I'm praying to the porcelain god.
At least you got hair to get held back, mate. Not this fucking
exactly.
It's all gone. It's all done out here. All right,
Drew, I'll send you a present from Amsterdam, my friend, through the post.
All right, mate. Nice.
There we go. Big up to the super chats as well. There's also a couple of super chats quickly. J-Dog off from Australia. Big up to J-Dog the 3. He says Spurs to win both North London derbies this year. What a surprise. That would be unbelievable, wouldn't it? When are we playing? Anyone know when we're playing Arsenal? When's the first leg? Do we know?
December, I think, from memory.
And one of them's like last 5 games, isn't it? We got a rough ending of the season.
Yeah. 5th of December weekend is the first one at home.
That's all right. We'll take them on. And Adam Gill says, Sean, Krupi for Tel and money, swap deal, yes or no?
Yeah.
Nah.
Shut up. Sean, you're
He's
joking,
injured.
right?
The guy's injured. He's injured.
But you wouldn't swap Tel with a bit of cash for a groupie?
Right now? No. I'd swap Savinho. I'd swap Savinho for Krupi and a bit of cash.
Wow. I know Conte's got a content, but that's mad.
Like what? I'm still maintaining this argument that Savinho hasn't done fucking anything to justify the price tag, right? So let's just fucking.
But the price tag's only the price tag because we're getting Marmoush, right? So we're doing them a solid. So that has released a lot of pressure for me off of him because Marmoush is an 80-90 million pound player, so he's basically like 40 million.
Is he? He hasn't done anything in the Premier League either. Yeah.
In today's market, he's always had a great goal scorer record.
I'd much rather swap. If we were to sell right now, who starts on the left wing tomorrow?
If we was to sell,
the left wing.
If you the question is right now. Listen, I'm not even going to fucking apologise. Part of my game is banter. Part of the game is fucking theatre and all that shit, and I 100% agree. But I am also going to fucking make it unadulteratedly clear to you fucking bozos in the back. Mathys Tel is going to fucking ball. Okay? There's only 2 modes for Mathys Tel. He's either triple man marked or he's balling out. That is the Mathys Tel that you're going to come to be familiar with. And I'm not fucking joking about that. He is a baller that's waiting to explode. Okay? You can disagree. You're all going to be licking your wounds when that stuff comes to play. That's why I'll be singing, "It's too late to apologize." It's coming soon, people. My time to sing that song is coming. All right, let's quickly, Connor's got to drop in 5 minutes as well. Be up to you, Connor. Let's just quickly have a look-see at this. In fact, Connor, if you'd like, is it an easy time to drop off now if you need to, or you're okay?
Yeah, go on, I'll go now. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Thank you, everyone. Good to see
Take
you.
Care, Connor.
Take it easy, bro.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in 17 as well.
Yeah. We'll see you in October, bro.
Mate.
Nice one.
Yeah,
See you soon, mate. Love you, bro. Take care, buddy.
Take care, mate.
Where is he? Is he there? Where's he gone?
Is he there? What's he doing? Oh, put your cock away. Oh.
Imagine you went, "See that, guys," and then he pulled up with some fucking baby oil.
It's got to be planned, that, isn't it?
Are you still there, Danny, or are you just like a shark in the back?
I'm still here.
You're waiting to be introduced into the show?
To be fair, that's the best I've ever heard him say. It's fucking most sense I've ever heard him talk.
It's nice to see you, Danny. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Excited, mate. Excited even more so for Drew coming back to London.
Yeah, it's going to be good, mate. It's going to be good.
But we've got to get everybody there. Surely we've got to get everybody there.
When is it? When is the Palace game?
Halloween weekend.
Halloween weekend.
Not trick or treating on it, is it?
31st or something. What is up? It's Football London's website is so fucking annoying. Who wants to see a giant fucking advert and you only get to see half the fucking website? It's ridiculous. Look at that. Like, when's it going to... Oh, there it goes now. Okay. And then you're left with a banner sat in the top. Okay, right. So here we go. Where are we? Where do we get to? Where's the news? Where's the actual stuff here? Your new captain. We know Micky van der Ven's second, Pedro Porro's vice captain, Ben Davies third vice, James Maddison and Archie Gray. Why 5? Because I want as many players as possible, and they all deserve to be captains. De Zerbi on people talking about Spurs' spending. Is this on the screen? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I heard too many times Tottenham money, Tottenham money. I've loved football for a long time. I have seen all the teams that compete spend money. Maybe it's a problem if Tottenham spend money in the Premier League. Love that. It's true though. It's fucking true right now.
Everyone wants to fucking poke a bear until the bear bites back, right? Everybody wants to be seen poking the bear.
100%.
Yep.
Apparently, news just dropped from that Light Up the Road press conference. Bruno G's injured already.
I heard he got a hamstring injury or something, right?
No, apparently it's a knock on his thigh.
Oh, sayonara. I'd love it if they had an injury crisis. I would fucking love it if they...
Mate, commentary slap them tonight. Oh,
mate. Well, actually, saying that, I don't want that. Well, I kind of do want it, but I don't want it. I take the hit. By the way, guys, there's still 1,300 people here watching. Great to see. Don't forget, spurshub.co.uk. Last orders at the bar at 7 p.m. tonight. The deadline closes for the first game week of predictions and for the first game week of Last Man Standing. But if you miss the Last Man Standing, you're out of the game until the game resolves itself by probably game week 10. Then you can start again. But you want to get in now. And obviously with the predictions as well, all the rules are on the website. It's a super fun game. There's probably 500 people that are playing in predictions right now. There's nearly 300 on the Last Man Standing. There's also private and public leagues. Don't forget to get involved. I'd love it, though, if Arsenal had an injury crisis like what Tottenham did, then that really does open up the league entirely, right? Because, guys, we are not far away from the top 4 or 5, and the other 3 or 4 in that group, they've all got their own problems and distractions and new variables in there. Arsenal are probably scheduled to win the league at a canter, but if they were to have an injury crisis, it would open up for everyone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely, 100%, Sean. I think this is why they're going big, because this is the best chance they've got. If something like that was to happen, then they've got a chance. And I firmly believe that De Zerbi thinks that if we get the Marmoush and Gakpo, that he believes that he can win the league this season. That's what I think he believes. He's going to aim for as high as he can go.
A man after my own heart. Let's go.
Right.
I went straight over the head of the others.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't listening, to be honest. I didn't hear it. What was said? I missed it.
He said he's aiming as high as he can. He wants to get as high as he can. I said, it's a man after my own heart.
Love it.
Let's fucking go.
Injury news. Micky is not on the list for tomorrow like Pedro. James Maddison is inside it.
Whoa.
Solanke is inside. What's he inside? It's inside his barber's arsehole. I'm up a jackpot. Come on, then do my hair again. Sarr not because he felt some pain, but nothing big. Kudos is almost ready. Almost
Nice.
ready. It's good.
Still no news on Kulu, is there? Really?
No, nothing on Kulu. Kulu's far away, mate. He's not ready.
He said he's nearly ready. He said he's nearly ready.
Kudos.
Kudos.
No, I was talking about Kulu.
Kulusevski.
No news on Kulu.
Today, he worked with us, with the group, and he is going very well. He suffered a problem during pre-season in Australia. I don't know if it was the flight, but not a big problem. We have Senesi, we have Ben Davies, and in the right condition to play the game tomorrow. Is that it? Is that the fucking? That's the end of the fucking pre-season, the press conference.
That for me, though, doesn't that just confirm all this going to Australia and Indonesia and everywhere is just fucking shit? Stay at home, do a White Hart Lane tournament and invite 4 or 5 teams over like they used to. 2 days, back-to-back, game. Stop travelling. The club are picking money over the football team again. Stop it.
Well, you would like to think that it's all over now because the AIA thing, right? Because that was the commitment with the front of the shirt
I hope
sponsorship
so.
to go out there. I think it was. I think it was a deal that was done, especially for like the last 2-3 seasons. We were obligated to go out that way.
Yeah.
And you would like to think at the very least this year. I mean, this is such an untapped market over here, and everyone's buzzing for it. And I think probably the clever thing, in hindsight, which is always easy, if they could have come over here and done a couple of weeks after the World Cup, like that would have been next level. So you got to think, hopefully next year it will be a US tour, and me and you'll be in San Diego, mate.
Yeah, but no, but I don't get why they don't just do. They used to do like the Tottenham. They used to do the Emirates Cup, and so when they just had 2 days, you'd pay like the first day would be 20 quid, and you'd get the 2 games. 1 game back to back, then a second game back to back. I just don't get why they don't do that. They'd make more money because they'd fill the stadium. Right. 2 days back to back. I don't get it.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Where's he? What's that bozo gone? What's he up to?
Don't know. Oh. Like, especially if you're saying it's affecting players and stuff now. If it's actually affecting players, then what's the point? It's genuinely stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I genuinely feel like it doesn't really matter. Everyone goes, oh yeah, but they travel differently. It's not going to be, economy and stuff like that. I don't think it matters, does it? It's the altitude and just the travel in general, and then the jet lag. So
I know it's not the same, but we flew economy out to America, then premium economy back. And to be honest, I felt no different. Don't get me wrong, better having more space and a bigger screen, but it felt like I still got back. I was like, "Fuck me, that was a lot." But and that's only 8 hours. It's not. You're talking 24 plus.
Right.
It's for me. Just stop it. Now. Like whatever's best. I don't mind America because that's like 8 hours. You can do that. You can takes you 3 days and you're back into your normal system. Right. Australia is mad.
Yeah, it takes it out of you for sure. For sure. There wasn't any other quotes there. I'm surprised by the press conference. Looks like it's like
someone has just said a loan with obligation for Marmoush.
Oh, really?
I'm not seeing that anywhere. I'm seeing 72 million.
Jeff, 243.
Just quickly, what do you think this means? Right, this one. What's his name? Connor brought it up before he left. By the way, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that came on the show today. It's obviously the big day before the pre-season starts. Before the season starts. I'm absolutely pumped. I can't fucking wait. It's going to be sensational. Drew, I'm sorry I had to keep that from you for a few days. Your little bomber.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Did you have an inkling that something was going to come?
No, not at all. He mentioned it to me. He mentioned something the other day about him coming over here, and it turns out he was just fishing for information. Because he's sneaky like that. But yeah, he asked me because he said he might be coming close to me, and we fancy meeting up? And so got some information out of me. Cheeky.
Yeah, so he's putting up for the flight and the hotel and that. We're gonna have to get you a membership to be able to transfer a ticket. I'm gonna buy the ticket off of Johnny.
It depends if I come for the day and I can leave Littleton at home. My son's got one.
Oh, perfect then. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, that's awesome.
That's definitely worth a nosh in the hotel room, surely.
I mean, I'll close my eyes. It's fine. Don't you worry about it.
Great.
Make sure you have a shave. Actually, no. Actually, James might like the tickle. I don't know.
I'm not fast.
I got these little whiskers either side. It feels like a hug. I've been told.
Listen, we got to sort of round off on some really potential exciting bomber news. THFC may yet go bigger than Savinho and Omar Marmoush. That's from Miguel Delaney. Now, obviously, Miguel Delaney's he's all right, right? He's all right. But what does that even mean?
Well, there's only one, right? There's only one for me.
Two.
For me, there's only one. Because I think
Harry Kane has already come out and said, I've got no itch to come back to the Premier League.
Yeah, but that's the only one for me. That's what he come out and said. Well, he said, he actually, didn't he say something like, the desire was to return, but it's not as much now. I don't think he said no. I think, so he's still...
The itch wasn't as scratchy.
That's it, yeah. So for me, he could be the only one. I think Osman is better than Marmoush. A lot better. But
is he saying? Hang on a second, just quickly. Is he saying may yet go bigger than Savinho and Marmoush? Is that saying? Let's assume that there's some truth to it, and it's not just bollocks. Is he saying go bigger than Savinho and Marmoush, assuming that those two are done? That there's a third one that's crazy.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Or is he saying Savinho's done, but Omar Marmoush might not be as big as they're actually looking at? But I don't think so, right? Like all indications suggest that Marmoush is going to be a Spurs player. So, like, is he talking about Cody Gakpo? You wouldn't put Cody Gakpo in bigger than Marmoush, right? And that's not even new real information, is it?
No, that's why I think it means another rather than a player. Because for me, the only player could be
Osimhen or Kane or Julian Alvarez, maybe.
Yeah, that never happening, though, are they? Well, I think that's a clickbait.
Julian Alvarez wants to go to Barcelona, but Atletico Madrid are not going to let him go to Spain. But if he could come to England, I don't think that Alvarez wants to come back to England anyway, because I think he left because he didn't like the weather. So he might not want to come here anyway to the cut. But if he did, surely Arsenal would if there was noise that he could, surely Arsenal would step in because he'd go to Arsenal above Tottenham, right? So we can rule out Julian Alvarez. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're ruling out Alvarez and Harry Kane has said, I don't have the itch like I used to, I mean, that could just be a smokescreen. Just imagine that, though. Imagine if that was the deadline day. You woke up to Harry Kane to Spurs, here we go. Imagine
if that's the case, I would be putting us down to top 2 and pushing for the league.
Yeah, but where does Marmoush fit into that team then?
Marmoush goes 9, Harry Kane goes 10.
And then what happens to Maddison, Xavi?
Not my problem. When Harry Kane comes in, Harry Kane's the best number 10 in the world / number 9, right?
Of course, 100%. But like we've got too many players in our squad, and at the moment you're looking at our squad. If you bring in Marmoush, you're looking at our squad, kind of going. Well, the only way it makes sense is if you then sell Savinho, you then sell Richalison and you sell Solanke.
Done. Do it.
Even then, you've got hundreds of millions of pounds worth of talent on the bench.
That's good. What Arsenal have got.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so.
Would Omar Marmoush start for Arsenal?
No, but Omar Marmoush and Harry Kane would start. You would be dropping players like Tel, Kudos, Maddison, Savio, whoever it is, right? They're going to have a couple of those on the bench. And do Arsenal have those on the bench? For me, yeah, they have. What's the centre midfielder? The Spanish guy. Him.
Zubamendi.
The defenders, they've got Ben White. They've got so many good players on the bench. Eze. But they have got
when everyone's fit, what's his face? Who's the Colombian guy? Doesn't even get in, does he?
Yeah. Hakimi? No, not Hakimi. Hincapié.
Yeah, Hincapié. Doesn't even get in a centre-back when they're all fit.
That's what I mean. So, yeah, if you want to push for the league now, you do need that.
Fully fit, Eze don't even get in that starting lineup, does he?
Who is bigger and yet in realistic? But what position would you be filling? Like,
it's got to be Gakpo. It's got to be Gakpo, and it's implying bigger as in they're going even bigger in the market by getting more players.
6'4" versus 5'11". No, I'm serious. Like, would that be what it would do? Is this what is this what he would do? Right? Would he, as soon as it goes Gakpo to Spurs is on? As soon as you hear that from Ornstein, he would retweet that to sort of go, "I told you, bigger." Like it's a little bit kind of like inferred, right? I don't know, but
clickbait on it. It's content's got a content title. That
it is, isn't it? But is there anybody out there?
If it's not right, if it's not Harry. I don't know. I can't see Harry Kane being all right. And this is all hypothetical because there's some people in the chat just go, "Oh, this is bollocks." It's all hypothetical. It's just opinion, whatever. Can you see Harry Kane coming back and being okay playing 10? Because I feel like he still wants to be the 9. No.
No, I think he will. I think he will.
I think he loves coming deeper.
Yeah, and I also think that it's easier.
That'll be me on the 30th of October, lads.
Wait, there's still an inch there, pal. There's still an inch.
Oh dear,
if you're De Zerbi and you have I mean, look, we're all hypothetical here, getting carried away. Fuck it, the season starts tomorrow, and what? If you're De Zerbi, you call Harry Kane and go, listen, Marmoush is going to bang. You've got Savio, Kudos, Maddison. I'll even bring Tel's name in there for Shawnee, old Butler there. Tel. See how I said that as well? Tel. Tonali, Fernandes. Like, mate, we are winning the lot if you join it. He's going to go, yeah, fucking sign me up, Wiz. Fuck what I said.
It would be the biggest trophy he could ever win, wouldn't it? Whatever he's done at Bayern Munich is a bit of a tap-in. If he did it for Tottenham in this rebuild, surely there's a little part of it. He has got that massive house that he's building 5 miles away from me in Virginia Water. I know he said, imagine if that whole thing was a smokescreen. Imagine if he said that to sort of go like, no noise there, and then this monster bomber was actually that Harry Kane was actually going to come to Tottenham instead. That'd be absolutely insane. But I just don't see it happening. But I do want to ask you this question, guys, about this, right? This is from, I appreciate Yid Vids putting this out for me, or for us. I don't want to go full Sam Allardyce, but set pieces have never been a bigger part of football, and this is arguably our best 11 at the moment, right? Marmoush, he's staying 6 foot. I think he's 5'11", right, from what I've seen. Kudus 5'9", Maddison 5'9", Savinho 5'9", Fernandes 5'10", Tonali 5'11", Van Hecke 6'2", Van der Ven 6'4", Robertson 5'10", Porro 5'8", and Kinsky 6'3". Is there a problem? And I've been saying this for weeks, so everyone knows I'm not just jumping on this guy's bandwagon. I have been saying it for weeks that we have 2 outfield players, both of them are centre backs that are above 6 foot. Is that problematic for you, Drew?
No.
It's not against set pieces, isn't it an issue?
Not if you're organised correctly and you're spaced where you're supposed to be spaced. I really don't think so. And also as well, I mean, that's... No, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I've not really thought about it that much, if we're completely honest. I just don't know that it's...
I think we're going to have massive problems aerially. I'm with Martin Walton. I think we are.
Really?
I think we're going to concede quite a lot of goals anyway because of the way that he plays, right? But if we are then chasing back on the transition and then we have to give up tactical free kicks to get us back to ours to reset, I think that against big teams, and I haven't seen the average sizes of all the other teams yet. I haven't looked into it, but I'll drop that content at some point soon. I think having 2 outfield players that are, and by Micky van der Ven's not even very good in the air. He's our tallest player by, tallest outfield player.
Based on that, and what somebody just mentioned in the chat, is just because you're tall doesn't mean you're necessarily good in the air, right? So being 5'10" might mean you're great in the air.
No, it probably doesn't, though, right? Being tall means you're not great, but being short probably definitely guarantees you're not great. Apart from
tell it to Tim Cahill, mate.
Wasn't it Poyal as well? Wasn't he a small centre back? He was great in the air.
And Cannavaro, 5'10".
So you guys,
I said this to you the other day. Yeah, I said to you this the other day. The best team I've ever seen, personally, in my opinion, is the Barcelona team. Xavi, Iniesta, Pujols, Messi. They're all midgets. Now, it don't matter. We're going to defend their 2 corners or free kicks a game, but they're going to have to try to keep us out. And I think that naturally it's going to be a one-sided game for 80% of our games this season. We may find that we get unstuck by someone like Arsenal. Fine. City don't really play that kind of way. Liverpool,
Brentford are incredible.
Yeah, but I think once everybody's in and we're up and running and everyone's fit, I think that we will have enough to put them to bed before we can start worrying about what they've got. Like for me, people that win the league and win trophies, they not automatically, but they half win it mentally before they win it on the pitch. People kind of go, "God, this is going to be a hard game. We ain't going to get a ball. We're going to have to chase." So, no, I think the first instinct will be people have got to try and keep us out before thinking, right, if we get a chance, we have to loft it long into the ball. I think we'll be okay.
All right. Drew, you concur? You're not concerned?
Yeah. I mean, I think we've got a couple big units at the back. We've got some people in midfield that can put it about. And my hope is that we're just too much for people. You can fling a couple of free kicks on us. We're gonna be too problematic for that to be an issue. Is my hope and dream.
Yeah, I hear you. Short players wind Shawnee up. No, it's not. No, I'm not. People say, "Oh, Butler, your height is." I think that bigger, stronger, faster is a theme. Every team has moved in that direction. Spurs have moved into the stronger, faster category this summer. I love that, but we haven't moved into the bigger category. And I do think that there's going to be. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to just score more than them, which is fine if you want to do it that way. And I expect us. I expect Tottenham to be. You remember when Jamie Carragher said there is no better team that you'd rather watch as a neutral than Tottenham Hotspur, right? And under Ange, right? And that was true. I think I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait to get back to the stadium to enjoy football again, because I only went to about 5 or 6 games last year. I think I went to about the same. I think I went to as many games in the 24-25 season as I did in the 25-26. And in the 24-25 season, I had been hacked and I didn't even have access to my fucking season ticket. So, like, that goes to show you how, like, depressing it was to go to football in the 25-26 season. I fucking hated it. But this season, I can't wait to get back to see Tottenham playing free-flowing football. But I'm just putting it out there. I do think that a lot of the goals we are going to concede are going to come from set pieces or corner kicks or long throws or any of that blocks. Although one thing that stands in our favour is that the long throws are going to be curtailed a little bit this year, because you can't dry the ball anymore with your towel, and also I don't think you have as much time to go and get your big guy to go over there and lob it in. So hopefully there'll be some benefit that will support smaller teams in that regard. But big up to Clubber Lange as well, by the way, or Langer, Clubber Langer. Big up to you for the new membership, mate. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Big up to Phil for the super for the jewels.
Big up to Rocky 3, isn't it?
Last question for you guys. If you still got, I know Udogie, you've got to go in about we've got a
couple minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes. So can we just do a quick prediction for the game tomorrow, team lineups, and what you expect? If you don't mind, let me just get the foot mob up, and we can do it on the on the go here. What am I doing here? Let's go. Bring this bad boy up. I'll say I'm massive. It was an awesome stream. I've really enjoyed it with everyone. It's been a fun stream, and I'm delighted we're going to see you, mate. Delighted we're going to see you.
Yeah, people making people's dreams come true. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Make a wish child, isn't it?
Right.
Bring Drew over.
I was going to say it's like Jim will fix it without the bad stuff, but yes, let's do that. Yeah.
Are we all agreed Kinsky's going to start in goal?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Are we all agreed it's going to be a 4-2-3-1?
Probably.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah? Okay.
Yep.
The back four picks itself, right?
It does, right?
Probably.
So it's going to be Archie Gray, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's going to be
Van
Hecke. And it's going to be Senesi.
Yeah.
I spelled his name wrong. Senesi. And left back, does it pick itself? I guess it. Udogie's fit though. Udogie's back in the team, isn't he?
No, I think Robertson.
Andy Robertson. These two pick itself?
Yep.
This is the quickest team selector ever.
I think it all kind of picks itself, to be honest.
What's his name? Fernandes, yeah?
Fernandes.
Right wing is going to be...
More.
He's going to sink or swim tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
He's going to do all
right. I personally would do it the other way around. I don't understand why De Zerbi has put him right and Tel left. I would put him left, Tel right, but yeah.
Is it going to be him there, or is it going to be James Maddison for 45 minutes?
Gallagher
to start. Maddison, 20, 30 minutes, second half.
So you'd have it like that, would you?
I would have it like that, and I would, depending if he was fit, I would drop Richalison.
For who?
Solanke.
He hasn't played a minute of football, though.
I know. That's what I said. If he was fit, I would. I think he's more. I know a lot of people tend to kind of say Richarlison is a De Zerbi type football, but I think it's the complete opposite. I think he'll give the ball away by not being able to control the ball enough, and I think Solanke.
Tonali's not playing. Berghvall. Is that because of what Ali Gold said?
What did he say?
Hang on. Alistair. How do you say his name? Alistair Gold. Here we go. I'm pretty sure he did drop something about a team news, didn't he? Wait, now I know where it would be. Here we go. So can you see that on the screen? His team is. Oh, it's Fernandes that's not going to start, not Tonali. See, Adam, you're not listening again, mate. You're not reading again. Here's what you do, Adam.
He's going to send a 5-minute voice note now to tell you what he means.
And tell you that you're a hypocrite or something.
Yeah.
We love you, Adam. Berghvall and Tonali, Moore, Gallagher, Tel, Richalison. Okay, so it would be. Where's my team builder? So it would be. It'd be like this. That's Ali Gold's team selector. So basically, what we saw against Hoffenheim.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yep. And I got to say, to be honest with you, I was quite surprised by Richarlison in a couple of the games in pre-season. He was doing a pretty good job of dropping deep and at least popping the ball out one touch to the wing. So I don't know. I think it's all right. It's not a bad one for the starting game.
I think we've got to score early, right? Otherwise, it's going to get tricky.
Yeah.
What time's the game? Is it 5:30 tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll be doing a watch along, guys, in the chat. Let me before we round off, let me just grab Kate and Jimbo's link. Please do go over and then subscribe to them. They're awesome people. We love Kate and Jimbo. Cracking couple, great fun, and they're growing really well. So please continue their growth for them by clicking that link and subscribing. Let me also grab the wonderful Connor. What's his? It's the Whistle Blows, isn't it? The Whistle Blows. They haven't done anything for a while, but they're about to start again. So please get over. That's Connor and Billy T's link right here, guys. Please do subscribe to that as well. Drew, mate, and James. If you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow and you want to come on for the pre-show, if you got any time, love to have you on, mate. Love to do the pre-ramble. Love to see you. Want to say a massive thank you to everyone. Blaine Devlin for being the most generous geezer in the game. Can't wait to see Drew. Be up for the 10 gifts as well. Be up to all the super chiddly chit chats. Guys, 4:30 in an hour and a half, Kate and Jimbo will be live. There's a chance if there's bombers and things, if things drop between now and the end of the night, then I'll be live again. But please make sure you subscribe to all Spurs content creators. And the best way to find all the Spurs content creators is to get over to the Spurs Hub, which you can find on right here. Let me show you one last time.
Can I joke around for that as well? Like, in fairness, mate, look, me and you joke around and stuff like that. But for me personally, you always kind of put on a platform for us guys to talk and ramble and have our opinions and so on, right? So I appreciate it, even through pre-season and shitty pre-season of that, you're always kind of putting shows out and giving us something to watch. For me personally, I'm always in the van listening and stuff, so even if I'm not on, so I appreciate giving up your time and stuff to sort of put the shows on, mate, to be fair.
Listen, I'm doing it because I love to talk about it, but obviously it's a business as well. But listen, mate, I appreciate you coming on, mate. Always the market's open for it. There's so many great content creators out there, mate. But I love you coming on, James. Thank you for the feedback. Drewski, I love you. Don't forget, guys, you've got minus 4 hours now. Get your last man standings in. Get your predicciones in. Go and join. You can join the mini leagues. You can find public leagues like these ones here. There's 3 public leagues at the moment. I'm sure that will grow. Get this. Get the Spurs Talk Show over 100. Let's keep going. Keep coming. Sign up. You get all the best content in the game. And don't forget Spurs. Don't forget OK Jersey as well. 10% off using code Sean10 at checkout. We are going to leave you there. Big up to the biggest hands in the game. Shovels. The man's got absolute shovels. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Matty Cox. Appreciate you, James. Appreciate everyone. And we'll see you later on. Like, subscribe, and comment. As always, bye.
Bye.